don't hate Rise.
I don't hate Rise either.
I like her voice actress a lot, and I like her personality, and I like Rise a lot. And then Persona 5 is very simple, and that is Futaba, and that's it. Either her or Kawakami, but it's usually Futaba.
I like Futaba. I like Haru's growing on me.
Man, is it? I like Haru too. Yeah, is it fucked up that my main two choices are Kawakami and Futaba, the youngest and the oldest?
What about the? So I'll say Tamal, and it's not her name. The doctor lady.
Yeah, Nurse Legs.
Well, her.
Doctor Legs.
You know,
Not
like when
really
she puts on the leather jeans and walks around.
No,
Definitely better than Futaba.
I don't like leather jeans, man. All I can think of is the smell that happens.
Sweat
when you...
sticks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All I can think about is the smell that happens when you peel those fuckers off.
Mm.
Leather clothes are gross. But
What about What about?
yeah, but if
Yeah, I don't like. Oh, speaking of which, it's a weird thing. Is it weird that like
exactly.
I guess Atlas is kind of trying to make the whole. It's trying to make how to describe it? It feels like it's trying to make Makoto canon love interest in a weird way.
I mean,
knows that.
P4G.
That's everybody's favorite. Everybody's favorite's Makoto for some reason. I understand she's attractive. It's just I like Futaba because she's a Persona 4 character in a game that I otherwise don't like.
P3 did it, but I know P4 it pushed Yukiko as the canon love interest. So
No, well, I'm seeing all like the advertisement. Anytime like there's Joker, there's always like it's never like on, or it's never like if it's like a female character, it's never like on or Haru. It's always
because
Makoto.
Makoto's the fan favorite. And
She was in fucking Arknight. She's in the Arknight thing.
Travis and I actually took the time to look into it.
By the way, have you seen like the Arknight like trailers for those? Those are fucking weird.
What's Arknight?
It's like a fucking mobile game, but
Then
they
I
have
don't
commercials. They had I'm not saying you have to like it. You have to watch the commercials are fucking weird.
I saw Persona 5 in AFK Arena, and I'm like, great.
Yeah,
another
I saw
reason for
an
me to
ad
not
for
like.
that.
AFK, that's what it is.
like,
AFK Arena. Not
yeah,
Arknight.
another reason for me to not like Persona 5. Excellent.
Those fucking ads are weird.
They're
Whenever I see them.
they're fucking aggressive, man.
They're aggressive, and you can tell the person talking about it knows nothing about Persona.
Yeah, but like
Donnie,
It's like I remember one giving like a calling card. It's
Fuck
like
are you?
it's like the dude got like a piece of printer paper and it had like blood run like letters saying they will find you. It's like what the. Oh, it's like the calling card
there
from
you are.
Persona 5. It's like no, it's not.
Yeah,
Here's the Celandine.
Excellent.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I like it. I thought it was funny. Or they
Persona-
refuse to call them by the actual names. It's like,
It was not.
well, Joker's one thing, but Makoto is always
Let me
Queen.
know.
Yes. Hey, that's her battle name. Her name's Queen.
Visit me at home.
Persona 6 is going to take place at a super special high school for superheroes and/or magical girls, and the
Joker's gonna be the Tard Wrangler.
the normal student aspect is going to be completely gone. The characters are going to be so unrelatable. They're all going to be superheroes with superpowers.
Oh,
And you're
for
not
fuck's
gonna-
sake. Calm
You're not
down.
going to deal with personal problems anymore.
Calm down. And you still deal with. It's still personal problems in Persona 5.
Yeah, I know. It's not enough. Futaba,
You're exaggerating.
I am.
Over-exaggerating.
I
But
am.
yeah, those are. I keep wanting to say Arknight, but it's KFC Arena.
Yeah, KFC Arena. Yeah, no, I again, just
But yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. Makoto just seemed kind of boring. It's like a boring
yeah,
option.
exactly. None like that's the thing. It's like her
I'd argue she's like
persona-
it's a toss up between An and Makoto is like being, like,
She's-
the most boring.
let's describe her without using anything in lore. She is smart. She is strong-willed. Well, she's supposed to be smart. She's supposed to be strong-willed. Not attractive because I'm explaining how she looks. Ambitious? Is she
Wait,
ambitious?
what's the criteria you're trying to explain to me?
I'm trying to basically the Plinkett character test, where you describe a character without explaining their role in society, their appearance, or basically you explain who somebody is as if someone has never seen Persona 5 and doesn't know what it is. You need to explain who that person is.
Definitely more attractive than
Is that blanket Ted really a good like barometer though?
I mean, for character quality, yes.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, most characters that are good stand up to it. I try using it for Makoto, and it's like she's strong-willed. She's supposed to be smart. She thinks she's smart. There we go. That's the word.
Well, she is. I think she's the smartest, like grade-wise. I think she's smartest in.
In the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. She's like me.
Well, actually, no,
She tried-
because
she-
fucking Futaba's like a super hacker. No, that was
Exactly.
smart.
She's smart, but she doesn't.
She's like high school smart.
Yeah, exactly. She's nowhere near like.
You can't fucking buy Bitcoin.
Like,
you don't know what
like-
Bitcoin is.
Yosuke could outthink and outplay anybody from the Persona 5 cast, and don't even talk about the Persona 3 cast. Holy shit! Like,
No, I don't think. I
think-
don't think Yosuke could outplay like Mitsuru.
you got to remember, Yosuke's the real main character of Persona 4. Most of
Yeah,
Narukami's input
I'm-
doesn't matter until a certain point in that story, so
I'm-
Yosuke's the real
I'm listening.
leader of the investigation team.
I'm just saying, like Mitsuru is like borderline genius level.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, is that anybody from Persona 3 could outsmart anyone from Persona 4.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe
Well, what
Naoto,
about
would stand exactly. Naoto would maybe stand a chance, because Naoto is like genius. But like, Persona 5 is just, like I said, Kingdom of the Blind, the one-eyed man is king. Like, Futaba is super duper smart, and she gets all the shit going, but we don't really get to see her process, and that's more of just a writing. It was more of just a writing contrivance than anything else.
She's super hacker, man.
Yeah, and then Makoto is said to be
I just
smart.
imagine like Futaba in that Mega 64 video. It's like where he's in the computer like hacker man, and he's like fucking typing on the keyboard and he's hacking,
You know what?
and just
You know-
Futaba's head is pasted on the guy.
Yeah. Do you know what Makoto is? This is going to
What?
be a bit of a stretch. Travis may get this one. Uhura from Star Trek is said to be a super duper smart character. However, in Star Trek, she is never shown doing anything smart. She just repeats whatever the fucking computer says. And that is exactly what Makoto does. The story very blatantly highlights what's happening. And then Makoto goes, you know, guys, this is what I think is happening. And you're
I
like,
don't.
and you're like, yes, Makoto, I was paying attention.
I need to play. I actually was planning on playing Persona 5 again to
Mhm.
actually verify that, or to I don't verify that, but I don't think it's like that. It's the majority of the game. I know there's some like obvious plot points where she's like that, but I don't think she's like that.
Reminds me of that
Majority
one
of
clip
the
in that Him Daisy dub where Yosuke points out the thing on the TV.
Mhm.
Ace Detective! That one. Like,
I don't know. I have to play through it again because I don't remember too much about how she acted after she like became a party member.
I also hate the fucking Persona 5. I just sit in a corner and get angry about it all day. I'm like Plague with Bloodborne.
Yeah, but
you're
Plague's just wrong because unlike Persona 5, Bloodborne's actually a good game.
Well,
No,
they're
that's
both-
that. I don't. You
they're
can't.
both
You can
great-
not
they're
like
both-
Persona 5. I'm
they're
not
both
going to say
great
Persona
games.
5 is not a good game.
It's a good game.
Persona
It's
5 is a good game.
not as good a game
Just-
as the ones that came before it, but it's
Yeah.
still good. It's way better than anything Square has
Well, if you're
pumped out
comparing it
besides
to the
Dragon
rest of the bunch, like you would be for Bloodborne to Dark Souls 1, 3.
Oh yeah, it's better than everything except for Dark Souls 1, in my
I don't
opinion.
know.
But Plague doesn't like it for very specific reasons, whereas the character is not story focused. The Foxy's online. She got a computer going probably. The focus on speed rather than slower, more tactical combat, that kind of thing.
Like-
I can understand his criticisms, and he'll even acknowledge that the game's a good game. Like if you ask
Like I
him,
said, I don't hate Persona 5. There's a lot of things I like about Persona. I don't like it. Like,
I don't-
is it comparable to like Persona 4 when it comes to like whether or not I like one or the other? Of course, I want like 4 and even 3 more than 5, but I still think 5 like a cut above the rest when it comes to most JRPGs to come out.
I have personal beef with Persona 5 because it just happens to destroy the things I like about Persona, and that's really it. That's I'm never going to say, like, if anybody's asked should I play it, I'd say absolutely, you should play it. It's the thing. It does the things that I don't like, and for you, you may love it. It's like Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk does some things that I really like, and I would recommend it to if you like those things, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone else. Should I play it? Probably not.
I like it for what it is. Don't you know? I like it for what it is.
I hate that.
You know, it's out there. Does a thing.
It's this fucking. I want to talk a bit about this with sequelitis and stuff, where it's like the reason you play a game or consume any type of media is there is something in that you like. Whether or not you explore what that is irrelevant. There is something about it that you enjoy.
What is it, Fender?
And the stuff about Persona 5 I enjoy.
So when the next game comes out and parts are cut or removed, you can't just say you don't like it because it's different. It's that the thing that I liked was removed, so I have no reason to like this thing anymore.
Hi, cat. Jesus.
Yeah, no one's saying that you don't have to like it.
I hate that mindset of you should like it for what it is. Like,
well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I like it for what it is.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I never said that you have to like it for what it is.
I mean, it just does personal things.
There's problems with it I don't like, and like the fan base is fucking annoying, but I like it for what it is.
I have a general rule of thumb when it comes to stealth in your video games, and it is if your stealth is not better than at least Metal Gear Solid 1, you should probably not have stealth in your game.
Like, I don't even remember this. I don't even remember using this stealth, to be perfectly honest with you.
In Persona 5?
They really don't. It's a style thing. Yeah, but you've mentioned like style or something thing, and I'll give you that.
It's basically it's the thing of, how do I put it? In Metal Gear Solid 1, the thing that it did that was really revolutionary was that when you get when you're alerted, there are multiple states of being alerted, and there are different things you can do to respond to that state that leads to interesting gameplay. Do you hide? Do you fight? There's difficult choices to make at that moment, even though it's a binary choice. Mm-hmm. Whereas in Persona, you get seen, you're either on the wall or you're not. It's completely binary. If you're seen...
Actually, no, there are consequences if you get seen.
Exactly. But there are immediate consequences that you can't mitigate.
Well, the immediate consequence, even if you get seen, like your alert system goes up, and enough times you get alerted, you get kicked out, and the higher it goes, the more difficult the enemies are.
Yes.
So there are consequences for being seen.
That is correct.
But again, it's like I wouldn't call like what you do to mitigate being seen stealth, because it really isn't.
Well, no, it's just interesting gameplay that comes included with good stealth games.
Yeah, I'm not defending like the stealth, but I'm just saying like there are consequences to not using the mechanic, like to how the game wants.
Oh, I'm not gonna say you can't that you shouldn't use it or there's no reason to use it. It just sucks.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's like you're playing as these super fast, super agile superheroes that have to hide. What? Huh? Excuse me. Why are we hiding? Oh, it's because we're thieves, right? Yes, thieves that can jump massive distances.
To be fair, the early game, if you don't have Persona, everything will fucking kill you.
Yeah, you look at Joker's body language, and he is fucking zoop zop flash stepping like a Naruto character, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm really getting the vibe that I should be stealthing right now. Like that's totally the impression I'm getting.
He's a gentleman.
It would make
he's showsy.
Fucking Lupin's a normal person. That's why.
But Lupin still like is a fucking showman.
Yeah, he's a showman, but at the same time, a bullet ends Lupin.
Yeah, well, sometimes
a bullet knocks him on his ass.
You got to hit a couple times in that last one.
Get smacked by demons 10 times your size, set on fire, and electrocuted. How does stealth make sense in this scenario?
You probably don't want to beat slaps like that, I guess.
Also, Akechi's totally right. Shoot those motherfuckers. It's a faster and easier way to change society. Oh man.
I don't know, again, I have my own like beats with the whole fucking message of reforming society, but not reforming it properly or certain ways to form it.
It doesn't make any sense. It's not
actually that's why I kind of like the third semester when they talk about it, because light spoilers on the third semester, but like the main antagonist is basically doing something to reform society in a positive way, and you have to stop him.
Oh, the gameplay that I didn't get to play yet because of Royal.
I said light spoilers.
No. I'm
I'm just saying.
Sorry. I worded that poorly. Is that Royal exclusive?
Yeah, that's Royal Eclipse.
Okay. So I have that to look forward to. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Because I would like to see more
Again,
variation on the theme.
I've heard people compare it to like this is like an S&T kind of like ending, and like I can see that. Of course, it's not necessarily S&T, of course, but
Yeah.
I can see why people would get that vibe.
SMT is more about effect, whereas Persona has consistently thus far been more about cause.
Mhm.
Like, what are the
It
causes
definitely
for
feels like
creation of a
the
new
third
world?
semester was thought about
Okay.
a
I look
hell of a
forward to
lot
it.
more than the rest of the game.
Yeah. My I guess.
But
my
then again,
number-
it has the benefit of like existing before after the initial game came out. So
the
Yes.
I guess I can actually break this down. Like, one of the things I dislike about Persona 5
See you at the
is
bar.
that it's a serious drama about. Like, I find a story. I find a serious drama about intelligent characters fighting against an intelligent enemy to be far more interesting than a serious drama about idiots fighting against a seemingly omnipotent, unbeatable enemy.
Mhm.
I find there to be inherently more tension in one than the other, and I find one to be inherently more satisfying to watch. Like, it's like the difference between like Amuro's struggle against Xeon versus Yang's struggle with the Galactic Empire and the Republic he has to live in.
Mhm.
Smart characters versus dumb characters, and I think
Yeah.
that's my issue with Persona 5 as a whole. Is that,
I'm not like trying to like change your position.
oh yeah, no, I'm just
contextualizing what
clarifying my position so I don't sound like a crotchety old bastard.
Yeah.
That being said, like, if you told me there was a Final Fantasy 15 the Royal, I'd spit in your fucking face. Or a Final Fantasy 13 the Royal, I'd spit in your face. But you tell me there's a Persona 5 the Royal with more content that could potentially fix the story, hell yeah, I'm in. I can't wait to play it. I'm excited.
Alex,
And
you're
that's
not
the
being a
difference of
crotchety old
position.
man. You're just being an AVGN ripoff.
You know what's bullshit? Persona
I do
5
it.
Royal.
I do live like a windrammer as I fuck, so I mean that does help things.
That was the best fucking video.
It is. Oh,
Fucking
man.
move, you shit child. I hate you all.
But yeah, it's like I like Persona 5 clearly a lot more than you
Oh.
do, and I'm just explaining why I like it.
I'm just sick of looking at things.
Bolton.
Honestly, at this point, I'm where a
I
lot
will
of
I will admit it, like Persona 5 being like as prevalent as it is fucking great.
it's prevalent without substance. That's the worst
Yeah.
part. It's like
Well,
Persona
because
4.
it was everyone's like first Persona, and everyone's telling someone like, "Oh, if you want to get in a Persona series, you should get in the 5." And it's like, I don't think you should get in the 5 in the
I don't
first
think you should
game.
start with
No,
5. I
you
think
start
it'll
with
give you a warm
4.
Start with
perspective. on
4, or hell, start with 3. Or
3.
if you want to like appreciate like
No, what you
the
do with
growth
this
of the series, you can
You
even
start with
with like 1 or
Persona
2.
2.
I think Travis and I have broken it down to a science, and that is go as far back as you can without the feeling of, oh, this is old,
Yeah.
hitting you.
Yeah, because I hate that. I hate the idea of like you should start with the newest one because it's a perfect starting point.
No,
it's not
because you
connected to the other.
don't
But that's a
gain any
bad idea
appreciation.
because again, you're gonna get used to the mechanics of the old one, then we go back to the old one, or you get used to the new ones, and then you go back to the
No,
old one. It's like, what
you
the
don't
fuck
go
is this?
The kind of person that starts with a Persona 5 doesn't go back to the old one. They go once they
I
get
know,
in.
but it's someone it's if someone's not someone like willing going to, but someone being recommended.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because
Fair enough.
gaming sites will recommend you start with 5.
The worst
Bolton,
take I've
where the
heard
fuck are
was-
you? Oh wait, you might
worst-
be in Vivaldi's.
The worst take I heard was play Persona 5 before you play Royal. Like, holy fuck. And I was getting, that was in a room
Why?
with like 6 people.
You can play
Well, because-
5. You can
because
play
5
Royal and just stop at the. You don't even have to interact with fucking
I
Royal
didn't even
content.
understand his explanation. It was like 6 people in a room shouting at me.
Uh.
That's been a consistent theme in VR chat. I just get yelled at a lot.
Bolton.
Like,
It's
not
the-
only is it you can
the yelling at Alex
besides
later.
like not only is like the gameplay
I'm going
like
party.
elements
On Shawnee's
vastly
party.
improved in Royal, you could just avoid the
See you
actual
there.
story content in Royal if you wanted to.
Oh, we're having a party.
Farewell.
Yeah.
Cool. What a beautiful wedding. But
So
yeah,
the idea of just starting with 5 anyway is very odd when you just have Royal and you can easily give.
yeah. What was
I
gonna
mean, you
say?
can do it. It's like it'd be like playing. Well, I can play like FPS, but I want to play portable.
Mhm.
It's like, well, you started play FPS because the answer's like the answer's not fucking worth that. Just watch a YouTube video.
Like 30 plus hours of just grinding.
And it's been retconned
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
Also, the reason why I think it's valid to complain about the Persona 5 oversaturation and kind of invalid to complain about the Persona 4 oversaturation was because
Persona 5 more in your face.
well, the Persona
with this.
4 oversaturation had substance. You got good games out of it. You got Arena. You got two of the best fighting games. You got Arena and Ultimax. You got Dancing All Night, which is nice to ignore.
It's a fun. It had
and you
fun
got-
remixes.
And you got two animes that showed you different perspectives on the game you already liked. So I mean, and they're not good on their own, of course, but if you pirate them and enjoy them, you get to see a really nice perspective on the series you didn't see before that helps elaborate on some characters and make them better. Persona Q, that's a loss, but regardless, I mean,
Persona Q, yeah, Persona Q 1 isn't very. The first Persona Q isn't very good, but I do enjoy the Persona Q2 a lot.
Meanwhile, 5 came out with an anime, and I don't quite climb aboard.
The anime looked like ass, and
It does.
you-
I don't
you'd
climb
much
aboard-
rather just-
I don't climb aboard the hate train for it because I'm sure there are parts of that game that are way more interesting through an anime lens.
Mhm.
But that being said, people don't like it. There's no fighting.
If it went through the proper studio, it probably would have been a fine anime but it didn't.
There's no
Uh,
fighting games coming out yet.
It could.
Stop
because-
talking to me, you old wizard bitch.
There's- oh.
Oh,
There's
wait,
old
there's
withered
actual music
bitches in
too.
Persona 5. Yeah, you can't ignore that.
Fucking
Sure thing, lady.
Joker showing up in a game he should not be in.
Joker showing up in a,
Another game he should
weird-
not be in.
Honey.
and it's always like it's like the weirdest shit too. Like remember that weird like
Geralt?
horror
dandelion.
survival game
For a second there, I
Mhm.
thought I was
that
seeing a ghost.
has like characters that look like they're made of like
Am I
string and
losing my
yarn.
mind?
No.
Is this a joke?
Remember they were in that. They were in
And it's not.
AFK Arena.
But how? I saw it
They were
myself.
also in
What did you see, Dandelion?
like a weird like MOBA game that had Sword Art Online characters.
And there was a unicorn,
Yeah.
Milva,
Sorry, I had to
Caliban
blow the
and
cat hair
Igor,
off my
and
keyboard.
Yarpen and Zoltan. We
Yarpen!
all witnessed it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, like, and it's also again,
I lost my memory.
and because
I want
it's
to know
so
why everyone's
popular, so
surprised to
even
see
if
me alive.
Persona 4 had like
Everything
the same
step by step.
problem, like you didn't
5
hear
years
about
ago,
the
we
community
were sitting
talking
in a
about it too
tavern with
much.
friends, eating escargot
But
and
5
drinking
is
vodka.
fucking mainstream at this
The other
point.
thing is that I like Persona 4 more, so when I look at Yu Narukami showing up as something, I go, "Oh, awesome! I know everything about him. I know his adventures. I was there with him every step of the way." And also, a lot of the Persona 4 spin-offs are actually canon and added to the narrative of Persona 4, whereas all Persona 5s are non-canon.
Well,
And
I think
Are you telling me
Strikers might be canon.
All there.
I'm not
Cool.
sure.
all mean
I like
Actually,
it.
no, it's either Striker or Royal. That's entirely sure.
Your loved ones, your friends.
sounds a bit valid.
I'm not
It's the
entirely sure.
truth,
Yeah, I
listen,
think
but
Striker's
Geralt,
canon.
Forgive me. I still can't believe you're here.
I'm not
Listen,
entirely sure, you know.
Dandelion, I don't have proof because that's impossible. I don't remember. I'm afraid some things can't be.
But yeah,
explained.
it's I can understand
Let's
why
sit down,
like
have
people
a drink like old friends.
really do not like Persona 5,
You're right.
and I can
We've been through
understand
2 months
why.
together.
Like even I was on that like boat a little bit
of what?
of like starting to hate the games like solely based on like
Oversaturation.
oversaturation and like what the newer fans were like saying and doing and how fucking annoying that was.
I think
to
saturation.
see.
I think saturation is fine as long as it has substance. I've been one to know.
Well,
like,
it
I'm-
depends. It's like there's only so many times you can make a joke on like someone like joke about a character's actions in a show or a game.
Man, you know what, guys? I'm really craving some pancakes right now. Some pancakes sound really good, you guys.
Yeah, exactly. It was that.
Yeah. That being, but yeah, I kind of want to point out like how I deal with saturation is like I will look at what's saturating the market, and I'll go, oh, this could be good. People are talking about it, and then I play it. And if it's good, then I don't get upset at the saturation. If I don't like the thing they're talking about, then fuck the saturation. Like Fortnite was that. I played Fortnite. I'm like, I don't really like this, and then it blew up, and I'm like, the game's not very good. I played it, and I tried it again and again and again and didn't like it. And it's like, well, fuck this saturation then. Meanwhile, I played Undertale before it got popular, and I loved it on my own, and then it blew up. So that was good. I was lucky, actually.
Black magic.
That was an impulse purchase.
Negotiation usually ends with one of the parties losing
Good for
a
you.
lot of blood.
Yeah.
It's rarely the vampire.
Still not a fan of Undertale.
That's fine.
Care to drink blood?
They inherently drink blood.
God,
but-
if you want to get miserable, though, watch that Eye Patch Wolf video where he talks about all the different, like,
Dandelion.
Christ, so many fan fictions that are like these their own universes and shit.
Fuck that.
I hate alternate universes. I cannot stand alternate timelines. They're the worst.
I don't mind them.
Alternate
I
reality,
got a
Alex, is
series
a
for you.
What'd you say, Travis?
Then I have a series for you. Play Drakengard.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
know,
mind alternate.
There's a reason why my two favorite games in that series are directly connected to one another.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Drakengard and Nier. Or Drakengard
Nier.
3 and Nier.
What's the worst example of like a
That is the most spurious. That connection. That's a
alternate
loose
universe story that you hate?
Stiff stuff.
I think it's mainly in games that I can't stand it. I hate it when I play one game, make a decision, and then it's ignored, and like, oh no, it's a different timeline. The flow of time in Lordran is convoluted. Dark Souls, that's the answer. Fuck Dark Souls with alternate timelines.
Are those alternate timelines?
The fact that there are bosses that I killed that showed up in other games alive, that's an alternate timeline.
Are they
I've-
alternate timelines?
I've made my peace. I've made my peace. with
Answer the
Orange-
question. I'm not entirely
Yeah,
sure.
It has to be. It can't be anything
Is
else.
it? Because
the
I
only way
think
for it to make
3
sense.
tries to connect the two.
It's the only way for it to make sense. Because I killed Dark Sun I killed Dark Moon Gwendolyn in Dark Souls 1, and her showing up, Dark Sun Gwendolyn showing up as part of a boss fight. It turns out, nope, Aldrich did it. This character that didn't exist
Tell
beforehand.
me about the battle.
I thought you were talking about the
Four of us and thousands of wounded.
what's the
I never
name?
left the tent.
I thought you were talking about the fucking Orstein.
It was one of
It's
the
in every
worst-
fucking
no,
Dark
no.
Souls game.
I learned I learned that was actually an illusion in Dark Souls 1. So him showing up can be explained. I just don't particularly like it. But yeah, no, it's less of a specific thing, and it's more that I hate it when people use it as a lazy writing tool and go, this is an alternate reality, what happened different, you know? It's an alternate timeline, man. Or it's time travel. Like, fuck you.
I actually like it.
If you're gonna
I
make
like it
stories
in,
about
Anyone
oh,
who's
go ahead.
confused.
I like it
I
in
don't get it either. Dandelion, what's your point?
the Ryder Kusunoa games.
Geralt, you had a true friend who
Yeah,
was
if the
a
story's about it, yeah,
I also
absolutely.
have a friend who
Yeah,
had
the
dragons.
story is about it.
Actually,
Yeah,
you
the
did.
story has to be about it.
Jokes on
Time
you.
travel
Yeah.
and alternate universes are such a huge topic that if you're going to put it in your story needs to be about that. You need to be Sliders or Steins Gate or Primer. You need to be like that, where you make your story all about that one specific thing in the inner workings, because it's so complicated that if you don't, you're doing it a disservice. Now, there are situations where I'm okay with it being used that way, like The Mist, for instance. The explanation for Lovecraftian shit pouring into this world is because we opened a wormhole to another dimension.
Yeah.
There's nothing that needs to be said more than that because it's fucking wormhole.
It's completely
Shit just
Nothing
pours
more.
in, you know?
Got anything?
You hungry?
I'm trying to think of like.
I mainly dislike it in like fan fiction writing. Like I can't.
Oh yeah, fanfiction writing's always
like,
fucking terrible.
not always. There's some good fan fiction out there, but it's when people
I've only seen terrible.
like taking an unexplored part of your story and making a little story within it can be done really well. Like really everything else. Well, honestly, a lot of stuff outside of Star Wars, the original 3 movies, a lot of Warhammer 40k stuff, like stories about guardsmen just trying to make their way in the world during big events, like during big battles that happen in the timeline, is super interesting. That kind of stuff is really cool. It's just you got to be careful about where you put it because you can.
My whole thing about fanfiction writing is it. You say like they're all good things and shit like that, but the majority is bad, and
Mhm.
that is.
Well, the majority of fiction is bad.
No, I'm fan fiction.
Yeah, I'm saying in
Particular.
general. I'm saying in general, when you have open, just free creation of art, 90% of it is going to be awful.
Well, let me finish my point
Go on.
before you decide to say, well, everything's bad. No.
Damn it.
When I say majority of fanfiction is bad, I think the majority of fanfiction is bad because it used half the time
Mhm.
when fanfiction made doesn't catch.
Lard and
I would say like the essence of what made the original thing they're writing about special,
Yeah.
and oftentimes it's usually
Stuck in an
it's usually
instant
just the
loop,
way
what's
for the
happening here?
writer to indulge his own like thoughts and feelings towards the topic that he likes, and or a topic or a piece of media that he likes, and it often comes off as like, oh, this is. And it usually ends up with like shit like character inserts that are like super important to the story that no one talks about, but he suddenly knows.
It's
Or
the
kind of
inability. It's the
Or he
inability.
just wanted to watch the two action figures like fuck each other, so it's like the equivalent of like a guy ramming two dolls together because he was horny and wanted to see them.
It's the inability to separate fan from fiction. It's like your reverence for this thing influences the writing and potentially damages it.
Yeah. That's why I don't particularly like most, if not all, fan fiction.
Yeah,
Like that fucking Geralt shit face.
Yeah.
occasionally you find yourself something like early Red versus Blue, where it's just little comedy skits that take place in that setting, or like I really enjoy what I've read of prequel saga, which is a story about just a lone Khajiit in the world of Oblivion during the Oblivion crisis, and just her troubles to try to live a normal life. And it's comedic. It's just about a kind of a loser Khajiit trying to make her way in the world, and it's really cute and funny. I like it a lot. I think it can be done well. It's just you gotta be smart about how you do it. You know. There are situations of like fan fiction, because I consider, like, for example, Star Wars. I consider everything that wasn't made by the people that made the first 3 movies to be fan fiction, pretty much. So, and there's examples of good and bad fan fiction on those sides, and a lot of the best stories are very self-contained and about either a direct continuation of the story that existed beforehand, or it's a very self-contained story of new characters. You know what I mean? So it doesn't try to split the balance between the two. It's like, oh, hey, this is my new character, Rey, and she's best friends with Han Solo and Leia and Luke Skywalker, and she saves the day. Yeah. Versus, well, here's just the next step in Luke's story, or here's this Mandalorian guy who just happens to meet these popular Star Wars characters and doesn't even know who they are. You know. Separation's important.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. But yeah, that's my problem with fan fiction in general. That was that conversation.
That was that. Yeah. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
What other things can we talk about?
The most natural start to a conversation.
I
don't like
when
my eyes
burn
with the light
after
shines.
Dark. I don't like it when
stare
my
into
after I stare into the sun.
A gaping.
Yes, I don't like when my eyes burn from the light after I stare into the sun.
Yep. That's that story.
I do.
Tell me
it
I'm
hurts.
drunk again, I'm gonna slaughter you. Okay, good.
Hello?
There
Me?
The angel?
Large.
is
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Dead.
after
I.
murdered
It.
with
What? No, I'm not.
Flames.
Hmm?
Flames.
shovel. Hello, the angel is dead after I murdered with a flaming shovel.
No, I'm not, you stupid old bitch.
Stupid old bitch.
Is what she was
Fucking
called.
Move on with this quest. God damn it. I hate this game.
Let him play.
Yeah, she hated the game.
I think I know the perfect song.
And she
What?
was
What's the
lame.
perfect song, Zolt?
That's why.
Dandelion.
Dandelion.
She died.
Exactly. Stupid old bitch, I hate the game I murdered. That's why she liked the game and died.
The fuck?
Grinning madly
Okay, real topic, big boy topic. Let's talk about taxes. Did you get your W4s to file your taxes? Yes.
What's a W4?
Alright. Your tax was it W11 W2? No, W2.
W2. W2
I have
is the
not-
tax
I have
form,
not.
and no, I did
W
not.
no W4s is fucking the file you fill out if you have 2 jobs and you
I probably
wanna
won't get a
declare
W2
independence.
anyway. I didn't work this year, so
You mean last year?
I didn't work last year either. That's what I meant. Yeah, I didn't work
This
last
year,
year.
just
Yeah, you're
2
right.
days into this year.
Yep. I didn't work last year, so
Oh, I love these dorks. They're the best. All just drinking together, having a ball.
I wish I loved it too.
I wish I had friends that drank with me.
I wish this game was good.
It's good.
I wish I had.
Your wish is granted. I love this image, Angelo.
God, Jesus.
I have to be loud.
No, you don't. What am I doing?
No, you don't.
It's because you like Scott Pilgrim
I do like Scott Pilgrim.
Wait, how am I
and his
drunk
like
again? God
escapades
damn it,
against the
game.
world.
Hey, Rust. Connie.
Sure. I like Knives Chow as well.
Hey,
And
Rest.
Fish Stockings. So it's a win.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win for me. It's a win-win for you.
Medicate
missed
till
that,
noon.
Alex, when are you gonna when you gonna do the thing?
What thing?
You know the thing
Oh.
with,
When I
with
get-
the money earning.
Oh.
Thing.
Um.
Bitcoin thing?
Yeah. When I get financially stable enough to put 50 on the card every month, I want to start putting away money in that fund and have it invested so that I can get payouts. I want to just at the start of every month, I want to drop $50 into it and just let the fund build up, and I'll use that card for little things like just buying snacks or buying gas, just things that normally I would just put into my budget, and just the kind of thing where it's like if I needed to get it right now, I could just go get it at any time of the month, you know?
You know, Bitcoin shut up recently.
Yeah, no, it's
The sick part of me
It
wants...
will eventually shoot back the fuck down.
that's when you
buy a lot.
that's
Yeah.
when you buy a lot,
The
exactly.
sick
I could
part
be
of
honestly,
me
I could
wants,
just wait for that.
like, this entire thing to fail horribly.
Damn.
Because
Bitcoin?
that would be your luck.
It's not gonna fail horribly, but it's definitely gonna
For Alex,
shoot
it
the
might.
fuck back down.
Well, what you want to do is tell everyone.
Like hell, it shot
Yeah,
down
that's true.
earlier
you-
today.
What you need to do and what you should do is tell everyone to buy. Like, tell everyone you know, buy Bitcoin right now, and then when it shoots down, that's when you're supposed to buy. And when everyone's like down in the dumps and complaining, like, "Oh, it's dead," that's when you buy.
No, you let the people that have it like sell it off prematurely. Like this is like a 10-year plan I have. This is not like I'm doing this for like a year or two. This is like a 10-year thing. This is me slowly gaining enough to live off for the rest of my life if I
Fair
want
enough.
to.
Fair enough. You're going in way harder than I am.
Yeah. I mean, it's not much. It's like 100 every paycheck.
Mhm.
If I can like spare it.
Because what I'll do is I'll invest a small amount, like maybe $20.
And once
but-
once everyone starts selling it off and the value goes down, the more Bitcoin you can buy with the same amount of money. It's
What
not
was
like you
your
have to add more?
what was your starting investment?
It's $100.
$100. All right.
Yeah. My investment already shot up to like $40.
Cool.
So I
Yeah,
have
so
40 extra.
what I'd probably do is put 100 on the card, take 50 off the card, put it on Coinbase, let that 50 sit there, and when that 50 goes 100, hits 100, I'll take it off,
Mm.
and then I'll just keep doing that. I'll keep putting back 50 and trying to turn it into 100.
Yeah.
The very very small increments of just doubling the currency that I have, and then, you know,
This is a repeat. I know something. Oh, the
if
English
I
Attack
ever-
of Titans coming to
Toonami?
It's coming. Yeah, to Konami.
Sick. Yeah, and
Also,
then when-
Boondocks it's gonna be an hour. Of Boondocks like 4 a.m. So that's gonna be nice. I like Boondock.
Yeah, shit. I wish I had a site where I could watch that with you.
I keep forgetting that it was Saturday. Like this is Saturday.
This is
Yeah.
Saturday, yeah.
Doesn't feel like Saturday.
Does
Yesterday
not
felt
feel-
like Saturday.
Yeah,
No
totally.
roses
I can see that.
So you.
But yeah.
Also,
we're-
Probably.
like, don't wait up for
So
me. You can
rarely.
you can watch
Medic like you can't be
Attack on
lacking in
Titan
knowledge.
tomorrow while I'm at work.
Well,
Okay.
this gloom
I'll watch it
I
when I
faced
get
made
home, and then we
everyone
can
else
talk about it.
wary.
If you need help,
No, I'm fine. He was mysterious.
There's no, I don't want you fucking waiting for me over there.
We actually went out a
Yeah.
few times, and who knows what might have happened. if
Actually,
hadn't
no, I think I
discovered
have like
his
50
leading
more.
into
I just remember I have a
what do
lot,
you
like
mean?
some
Tyler,
Bitcoin and
I don't
Robinhood
know
too.
him. We were
Oh,
walking
she
along
dated
beside the
Tyler.
Oh.
when I realized we were being followed by two men wearing gray coats over special
Yeah,
forces.
I got $100 in.
The coats were
I got
supposed to help me.
$100 in my.
They
I
didn't
think my
tell
other
me
investment
I
went
learned to recognize
slightly
their kind.
up, but my
I thought we were
Bitcoin
going to be
on
arrested, then
thing went
Tyler
up
told me not to worry.
substantially.
We called and
Yeah.
we needed to part. I was about to give him
What was I gonna say?
Unfortunately, I can't
when I noticed
actually
the men
trade my
wearing
Bitcoin
seatbelts.
to my
Were they
Bitcoin account, so I just have
700
two.
badges?
I don't think I'm ever adding anything
I
to
was
my
curious,
Robinhood
so
account
I
because
said he
when the
broke
minute
my
I take it
heart
out of
and
Robinhood,
faked fainting.
they're gonna take a
Tyler
chunk out
said
of
to
it.
the
So
men, this
Yeah.
better be important.
Coinbase it
One of
is.
them answered,
Yep.
but Chief, we hid invisible like. Tyler said,
Yeah,
"Your
I'll
balls
get
will be
into that when I
invisible
get more
like when I
financially
shoved them up
stable.
your
Right now, I
ass."
just need to catch up on my
I
bills, and
couldn't
once
help
that's done, I
but
can
start
start saving
laughing.
again.
How
And
did
that's
you?
that's on
They
top
walked
of
me
just
home.
just
I heard
that's on
his
top of just
invisible
general
ones
saving
say
I'm gonna be
their
doing on my main
operation against
card.
Salamandra had failed.
Who were they?
also,
Volta's secret
yeah.
police. When we
I have
first met
$75
Volta,
available
I
now.
helped you evade Redanian agents. The Temerian ones
nice.
are a little better.
It's nice, like because I put like 50 in, and again,
Yep.
shut up 25 over there. So I think the one I have is worth a bit more, so that's why it
I
went
did.
up a lot more than my $100 one,
Damn, I did do that.
and still up. So
Yes.
this was adult hour. They're talking
Okay.
about Bitcoin.
Yeah, pretty much. Same as our last stream. We just start talking about finances and shit.
If you were a young child, you should probably invest in a 401k eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That way,
Soon as
that
you
way, when
can.
you're, that way you can live happy once you're old.
Hopefully,
Hopefully.
that's assuming that like Social Security is a thing.
Or
We're
that
old,
our
which
Chinese overlords
may or may not
don't
be a
take
thing.
over within the next 20
700 to
years.
700. Now, speaking of
Chinese overlords?
adult shit, I'm looking at apartments right now.
You're looking at
Short
apartheid
term.
right now.
Moving. Yep, sure am. In-unit washer and dryer. Thank the Lord.
How can I get
Cat
into
friendly. There we go. That should be it. That's 23 cat-friendly apartments was under $700 with washer and dryer. Okay, let's. You know what? Let's start with just cat-friendly, and we'll go from there. Done. Yeah, you fuckers are trying to kill me on this, aren't you? Overcharging me and shit.
How dare you have an animal?
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. That's all I need.
Well,
Don't
if
you
you're
know
renting an
animals
apartment, it comes with
can
risks.
kill?
What'd you say, Travis?
Angela was making a joke about how dare you charge me for owning an animal. And
Yep.
it said, yeah,
Oh.
owning-
Animals kill.
Ooh, they
They
have
come with
high-speed
risks,
internet
though.
access. I bet you. I wonder. That's always my first question: is can I have a cat? Am I gonna have to get the cat declawed? And then my second question is, can I bring my own internet? And if the answer to either of those questions is no, I'm gonna have to find a different place.
Yeah.
Fucking $500 deposit. Good lord. It's fine, I guess. I just want 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. All right. Well, I'll keep this pinned, and tomorrow I will contact the property.
Did your what's that thing that people put up when they get an apartment? I forget the name of it.
Oh, my
Um,
lease. My lease is.
Yeah,
my
did
lease-
you lease?
Yeah, I'm
one
gonna be
out?
paying. I'm gonna be paying $850 a month now because I have to. Because basically I want to make it so I can put myself on a waiting list and move out on a moment's notice.
Mhm.
So being able to just pick up and go whenever is gonna be very good. Of course, it's gonna be more complicated than that. I gotta see about repairing the damages the cat has done to the apartment because I'm not supposed to have the cat here at all. And
Just explain. Yeah. Like is it like stuff that you can explain
No.
away easily?
No, it's tiny kitty claw. It's tiny kitty claw marks on a door frame.
Paint them.
That's what we're doing. We're gonna spackle it and paint it.
Yeah.
Just say, well, yeah, a rodent came in
Wild beaver.
and scratched up your door.
Well, what I was thinking of doing is just having a good kick at the door frame and just blasting it off and just saying, "Yeah, I got a bit drunk."
You have to probably pay for an entire door frame at that point.
Yeah.
I will have to pay for the entire door frame.
I'd still find the cat claws on the old door.
That's some JoJo level thinking right there.
I kicked it so hard it flew into the garbage disposal, and then my cat hit the switch and ground it up. Wait, what
Yeah,
was that second
fucking JoJo, it just start fiercely kicking the door frame.
part? I think you're supposed to lure it into the pylons.
Oh. That would make sense. What a waste of goddamn time.
I mean, it's how it was made. I'm assuming you can unmake it the same way.
Yeah.
Immune to sword blows and most effects. It can be stopped by its maker, usually by the giant.
Yeah.
Usually the giant is set in motion by lightning bolt, so a major electric shock might incapacitate or even annihilate it.
There. I hate this game.
Do you have?
Oh,
Do you? Now I want to check right quick in your. Did you beat it?
Yeah.
Okay. Open up your bestiary. I want to see if you have an entry for it.
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
I already looked.
That should be that. That is.
One more Sephiroths.
Because that's what it has. That's what it has listed for its susceptibility. So I'm assuming it tells you in your bestiary how to beat it.
Yeah, it did.
Read your bestiary.
Eh. Where the fuck are the rest of the Sephiroths?
yeah. Good.
Cat, move your hands.
Where's Sephiroth, that bastard?
Sephiroth did I even get from him? Can't tell. Where did it be?
Move.
Hmm.
Alright, I'm going to mute myself until I finish my noodles so you guys don't have your gross slurping noises.
You move.
Alright.
You do you, fam. Holy shit. Really? God damn it.
Oh, that was good. Just had ramen with soy and sriracha on it. Very delicious. Very mouth burny.
Soy boy.
Soy sauce, dude.
Did that one give?
I'm not putting beans in it.
Okay, did that one?
All right, and what's our objective?
See if I can find the last 4 Sephiroths.
Oh, yep. Oh, there's an Altar of Melithala. That's probably there. Plays a power at least.
Yeah.
Oh, Bloodsweegers. Fuck these things.
Oh. Fuck off.
He's limping towards you,
Yeah.
standing there menacingly.
Yeah, he sure is. Sensitive to silver and fire. The strong style is most efficient against Bloodsweegers.
Hey, you just gotta be a talking bestiary now.
I'm going. I'm
Because
going
Alex,
to.
not because Alex is the only one that really cares about the fucking bestiary. He's gonna be the bestiary.
I came back to you guys fighting an unkillable boss.
It would have died eventually.
Yeah,
That's how I
but
killed it
Yeah,
last time.
you kited it into the lightning, and that's what killed it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're given instructions on how to do these things, it's like I'm just like, all right, what does it say for these things, just to be sure that you're, doing it. I mean, you were doing it. Don't use group style when there's multiples, though. Apparently, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And you should also try to evade the explosion once it dies.
Yeah, I know.
I like when enemies have unique properties like that. It's cool. Makes it feel a lot like makes the enemy feel more unique.
I know I should, I just don't respect this game enough to give it the time of day
I mean-
in terms of mechanics.
I mean, you're just not gonna like there are like just gonna be things that are just harder for you, and it's gonna make the game feel worse than it actually is if you don't just read like 2 lines of text.
I know. I don't know what you want from me, statue.
What did it say?
Wants me to insert an item that I don't have.
Which one are we looking at? Foundation?
Whichever one I don't have, and actually I should probably just look and list off and see. Write down all of these and go through and look. I'm pretty sure I already have Kazoth.
Mm-hmm.
Edit the fucking document thing. Let's see, which ones do I have? I have Esteth. H.
Vodka is good. Peach schnapps is good. Life is good.
I have Tipperath.
Ride wife. Life good. Wife fight back.
That's yay. Chalky milk.
Chalky milk.
Chalky milk, ma. Chalky mommy milky milk.
Jeez.
All cod. off. And those are the ones I have. I have Tipperath,
Mm-hmm.
Off, Makad.
Mm-hmm.
I need Vena, Gavroth, off. Then I have Isaf. That's no, I have nothing. And Cathar? No, I don't have. That's gonna be the last one I get. So actually, it's the Understanding, Power, and Glory are the ones that I need. Statue of Melitel, one in the swamp, the other in Saint. No idea what prayer without faith. I have no idea what the fuck it wants me to do. Can't put any quest items here. I'll go back to town and speak to the nun
Hmm. All right.
or a nurse. That statue.
Have you gone back and talked to the detective?
Yeah, I did that.
Okay. What did he want?
That'd give me time. I left.
I mean, that's what I meant. Like after
Oh,
he had
no,
time.
I didn't.
Okay. No.
Oh,
seems like you did.
I think I'm supposed to find a way to lure him into a trap first.
Oh,
but I
okay.
don't know.
Well, try talking to him because he did say give me time. It's
Yeah.
been a minute. I mean, you had a party. You fought with a clay golem. You had some adventures.
Yeah.
Good sir. Do you need a boat?
No.
No boats for me.
Yeah.
Take me to
Time.
away.
I feel that.
Yeah. Well, I'm drinking, so
Yeah, they
I'll
got
get.
a little over an hour left.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
we
this
can
is the
play a
test. I
good
think.
game.
I think what I need to do is next time I introduce this game to someone, get a piece of paper, and it's like how to quickly and easily get through Act 2.
Yeah.
Just a straight cut. Like here's a sequence of quests and objectives you have to do. Do all of these in this order, and there you go. You win. Because you can come back to this area. All these merchants and characters are still available to shop from. You're not locked out of anything except for quests you probably don't want to do.
Yeah.
And
Dollar, you're on about neat.
nice. Taller's awesome.
So what'll it be?
I
About you
know
and
about
Shawnee.
your tryst with
Shawnee.
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 Oh, fuck off. We aren't all ploughing philanderers.
Some of us have depth. Fucking love them. Love them.
Mm.
And I need you.
How can I help?
It's weird. Oh, it's a novice nun. I thought it was Nenica.
I don't know what you want from me, object panel. I have nothing for you. Fuck this.
Well, go hit up the detective, I guess.
What is this called? Standing power glory. Well, that was super helpful. Thank you, Wikipedia.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
It's like, here's Kalkstein's notes, and it's like, okay, awesome. But how do I get them? Or how do I get these?
Don't know.
No, I don't care. Scrolling
You said
through,
you,
and
you
it's
said you
like,
need Kalkstein's notes.
no, I have Kalkstein's notes. I need to know how to find these fucking 3 Sephiroth. I need to know what the fuck to do with the statues.
The name of the quest is.
Name of the quest is Various Tower.
All right, one moment. Oh, there's another one called. There's another mysterious tower quest in the other game.
Hope it
right.
sucks as bad as this one.
There is an abandoned tower decaying in the middle of the swamp, which seems to hold many secrets. It is a particular
Right.
fascination. Malkad is found on the cockatrice you have to kill at the beginning of chapter 2.
That was helpful. We need
you kill?
specifically we need Vana, Gavrath, and Off.
Vina.
Vana.
Okay, Gravath. Received from the altar of Melitala in exchange for a sacrifice. Let me look at the sacrifices right quick. Acceptable sacrifices. Any kind of food, including meat, which is surprising since a nun in St. Labiota's hospital indicates that Melitala does not accept killing done in her name. The first sacrifices will give you 3 of the Sephiroth. Gava, Oth, and Vina. Literally all 3 of the ones you're looking for. You...
That's what I figured.
If you just had food in your inventory!
Yeah. Like, why did I come back to you, Cocksleeve?
Oh, God.
I didn't need to, that's why. Fuck. Need to go to the detective, not Cocksleeve.
You were having a fun time.
This is not Omicron. Like, these are perfectly... They're just... They're... How do I put it? They're mistakes that nobody knows that you're making.
Yeah.
Like, they're mistakes you can't be blamed for, but at the same time...
Completely blamed for.
Food. Read your bestiary. Read everything. Assume that everything matters.
It doesn't, don't read.
But it does, though.
If it was
Doesn't, he's
Morrowind, I
lying.
would, because it does matter in Morrowind, which is a
It's
better
mattered
game.
this far.
I'm the devil on your shoulder. Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
Here at last.
This is why I read everything in games, because I assume that all of it matters, and when it doesn't, oh well, I learned something cool, but when it does, holy fuck, it's beneficial.
Yeah.
I'm sure this times you haven't learned anything cool reading everything.
That's exactly what I just said.
Yes.
Sometimes it's a waste of time, and I learn something cool, but it doesn't benefit me. And other times
No,
it
no.
does.
I'm not saying you don't learn anything. Still a waste
We'll
of
speak
time.
later.
Big leader.
Oh,
I don't want
sometimes, yeah, you're right. Sometimes it's sometimes it's Baldur's Gate, where I just get bored to fucking tears reading all the lore.
main
but I
quest. I don't want to do this.
But that's when I just excise that part. I just go, don't read these books, read those books.
Look up, while you're at it, look up the, dog catcher and the,
Yeah, that's
enchilada.
You mean dog walker?
dog catcher.
Look up both of these, the dog catcher and the,
The dog catcher of
enchilada.
Vishima.
Yeah.
What's the Econops contract say? Read that real quick.
Post notice offering reward for killing. Quest can only be completed if the bestiary has it, which I do.
Okay. Those can be found in the swamp, right?
Unless the, where are they? Unless the, Arc Spore drops them.
They don't. I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. I've
Um,
not seen any in the swamp.
where's the gardener located?
Gardener's located in his garden.
Right. So I'm assuming the reason why he wants you to kill the. I'm assuming the reason why he wants you to kill them is
I thought that
to,
too, but I walked through his garden. I'll go back and do it again. Maybe something changed.
maybe at night.
I love seeing just out of context clips from anime that I'm interested in. Not clips, but like out of context manga from
Yeah.
anime that I'm interested in. See all the stupid, crazy shit that's about to happen.
Yeah.
For example, Alex,
Yeah.
I got a random update about My Hero Academia through the manga. What's going on?
Mhm.
You know, some people are getting fucked up in that. A lot of people getting
Good,
fucked
good,
up in
good.
that.
To cull the burgeoning local population of stray dogs, the Gravedigger has offered a reward to anyone who can produce 6 jars of dog lard as proof of killing the pesky mutts. What is a cash poor witcher to do? The kindest way to get the dog tallow is to search containers and salamander remains for it, because in the course of the game, no dogs attack you. If you just cannot be patient at night because locations are considered dangerous, you can draw your weapon. Goodbye, little puppies.
Oh,
If you do not-
okay, that's fine.
If you
I'll
do
do
not
that.
believe in killing innocent canines, there are some alternatives. Search for containers, for it does work. You will find them in many places, not always reliably. Also, at night, sometimes you will be attacked, either by fletters, or roving salamander thugs. If the fleeters or salamander are near dogs, they usually get killed. Try to lure them towards any nearby dogs you fight. They might get whacked. Then you did not kill them, right? However, such an action can be considered devious. This wiki is wonderfully written, by
Yeah.
the way. That was fun. That was a fun read. You can also find
see anything morally
dog tallow
wrong with
at
killing
Johnny's
the dog.
house. You can find it at the hospital. You can find it at Ramsmeat's place.
Okay.
You can find it at the Lionhead Spider Cultist lair.
Yeah, but I can also just find it on these dogs over.
You can also grab more than you need because it's used for oils.
Yeah.
So having extra dog tallow ain't gonna hurt.
I wonder if I have any in my fucking inventory. I'll go to the inn and check and see what the fuck I have in there. And
Mhm.
also go get food for that matter.
Inventory. And then the other one you wanted me to look up was the Econops.
Yes.
What's that one called?
Goodness.
Just the Econops contract?
Econops contract, yeah.
Not the Econoids.
Nips.
Walk through. The gardener at the St. Lebioda's Hospital wants 3 Econops roots. You can find plenty of Econops in the swamp. The easiest way to find them is the central part of the swamp at midnight. Collect the desired amount of root stocks in return for reward. You may have already have several Econops roots from fighting Econopse in the cave under the city walls during the Dead Hands of the Past quest in Chapter 1. This quest can only blah blah blah. Yada da da. Cool.
check through.
You get 200 gold for this and 2,000 XP, so it's worth it.
Yeah. I should.
I will be on wiki duty.
Yeah. Good idea.
But first, I must piss.
Grab my mutton. Grab my chipkin. My chimkin. Okay.
Ooh. People are freaking the fuck.
My god, you're kidding me. Hate myself with a burning passion. Chicken with. Okay, well, it doesn't seem like I have any of the. Oh, back to the swamp then.
Yeah, not saying anything interesting.
Untwater.
Nah. Nothing interesting. Just people freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, same shit, different day.
Yeah.
No new gaming news.
No.
Yeah. Only the second. You'd think people would have everything lined out for what's to come this year in terms of gaming.
But you know the saying. You know the saying, right?
What's saying?
Fuck you, it's January.
Yeah. Fair enough. Shut up, you con bastard. Pros.
Take me to the
Times. Ready.
how many times?
Shit.
I've been muted this whole time, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been reading off the hottest of gaming news, and I've been muted.
Oh.
What I've been saying is there's nothing here on N4G. This is all garbage.
Yeah.
And you missed when I said,
Mhm.
forget the old saying.
No news is good news?
No, fuck you, it's January.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I just forgot that, like, hey, this mod exists gets passed off as news. It's just an HD mod for Skyrim. Makes the races more diverse. Makes certain races taller and wider by default.
It's neat. Not newsworthy, but it's neat.
It's not news. Like if you're going to be a journalist.
Still,
be a
game
journalist.
of the year predictions for 2021. Let's play game of 2021. Winner and loser of 2020. Top 10 best games of 2020. It's that.
How the
Fuck
fuck
that.
can you have a game of the year for 2021 already?
That's
Nothing's come out this
No,
It's
fucking year.
anticipated.
Oh.
Crunch
Fair.
Culture
Predicted.
from Crutch Culture is far from being a losing game in
Crutch
2020. Crutch Culture, yeah. They keep making N Culture walk on crutches. Somebody's reviewing Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Oh, that's an art sport. Get the fuck out of here.
Let's
is-
see.
This is bad, man. I forgot.
Games. Most anticipated games for 2021. Let's see this list. Yeah, E3 is over. Yes, it's dead. It was suffocated.
In the womb.
It was stabbed in the womb
Mm-hmm.
by E3.
Ghosts of Tsushima, best... What?
What
Wait,
the
is
hell
that-
are you
did I
reading?
click- Did I click the right article? No, Game of the Year. I'm stupid.
Starfield getting a full price PlayStation 5 next year? Hell no.
Back
Big
for
year for
Blood.
Uncharted. I doubt it.
Down Underworld, I don't know. Bravely Default 2. Kinda
Final
like the
Fantasy
art style.
remake gets an expansive re-release on PS5. No, it's not.
Deathloop, Diablo 4, Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Have we seen any gameplay from that looks good?
Final Fantasy 16 November release date or delay? I don't know. Maybe
Oh,
That's
it's
not
fuck
gonna
it.
happen.
God of War Ragnarok. That's the thing.
Cool.
Bloodborne remaster.
No.
Hope not.
That wasn't confirmed. Also, there's no gameplay of Dark Alliance yet.
PS2 game.
They're making a
Elden
new one.
Ring. You know, that's the thing that might be happening.
Isn't Dying Light 2 indefinitely delayed?
Yes.
Call of
Far Cry
Duty.
6? Sure.
I was thinking
Far Cry.
CD Projekt Red might release DLC for 2077,
Oh, have we
Better
seen
fix the
gameplay?
along
goddamn
with
game
other
first.
things.
Like fixes. Have we seen any gameplay for Ghostwire Tokyo?
Yeah,
I don't know.
they had a
okay.
gameplay trailer.
Gameplay reveal trailer. What kind of game is this?
Alex, where the fuck did you say the Econops would be?
I'm excited
towards the
because
center during midnight.
The director of Devil Survivor said he might be working on a new game. That might
Cool.
be fun. I like
Cool.
Devil Survivor games. You know, Good Days Died, Less to Dot Vibe, you know, all that jazz.
Middle of the map where all of these blood zaggers are?
I
really don't give a shit what Naughty Dog thinks. Here. I really don't.
You may. One moment. Sorry. Central part of the swamp at midnight.
I'm at.
That's what I got for you. Who's sending me fucking 5 mess now? Okay.
Most anticipated game of 2021 from Game Reactor, Hitman 3, The Medium.
Action
Outrunners.
adventure gameplay from a first perspective. Blah 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 blah.
Little
Cool.
Nightmares 2, Bravely Default 2.
Looking for- I'm
Monster
actually-
Hunter Rise.
I'm really looking forward to Little Nightmares 2. Game's cool. Little Nightmares 1 was really cool.
Humankind.
I've had enough of
Bridge of
Humankind for a minute.
Spirits.
Yeah.
So apparently, Ghostwire Tokyo is an action game where you use magic to fight ghosts.
Tokyo.
Okay.
Far Cry
Fireball.
6, potentially. Lego Star Wars the
Oh,
Skywalker.
good lord, get me the fuck out of here immediately.
Might be cool, I guess. Ghostwire
Black-
Tokyo Kyokyo.
Back for Blood, Halo Infinite, Resident Evil The Village,
God, there's nothing.
Hogwarts Legacy.
What the fuck? Hogwarts Legacy. Who's developing that? That might be cool.
I think that's supposed to be like bowling.
That's being developed by fucking Avalanche.
Yeah.
Awesome. What did they last develop? Cars 3.
I read an article that said that I read an article that if that's the fucking Harry Potter game, I think it is. It's in the vein of
Is this
something like Bully.
Gotham Knights.
This is the wrong. Wait, didn't these guys make Just Cause? Apparently not. Wow. They made Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. Fuck this developer.
Horizon Forbidden
Forbidden
West.
Cool. Is that a new game?
God of
Nice.
War Ragnarok. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Hope that doesn't suck.
It will.
Yeah, probably.
Kena, The Bridge of Spirits, fine. Breath of the Wild 2, fine. Little Nightmares.
Are you
3,
reading the same
sick.
thing?
Yeah. Lord of the Rings Gollum. Why would you make a game about him? Who's
Because
developing?
Gollum's the hero. The hero that we all needed and all deserved.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's developing this?
Let's read top 10 games of 2020. That might be
Number 2.
who's all of 2020 games. Okay, so we got 10 Astral Playroom tech demo.
Oh, the New World Ends With You is coming out, as is the new Pokemon Snap and Nier. These are cool. There's some cool stuff here. Overwatch 2, moving on.
Assassin's Creed New Horizon, number Doom Eternal. Sure. Spider-Man Miles Morales, the one that sold worse than the original Spider-Man.
Village.
Kentucky Route Zero. I don't know what the fuck that is. Page 2 for this top 5. Clickbaiting assholes. FF7 remake. The Last of Us Part 2. Hades. Half-Life Alyx. I forgot Half-Life Alyx even came out this year.
Oh, did Half-Life fans?
And Ghost
Oh.
of
Valve.
I mean, I know
Tsukuyomi.
I know people don't care, and I know people that don't play VR care, but that game's apparently really good. Half-Life Alyx. Also, it's this weird little thing where people who don't have VR headsets are like, "There's no good games on it," and then a good game comes out, like, "Why is it stuck on VR?" It's the weirdest.
Well, don't make your games exclusively for VR.
It won't work on anything else.
Ghost of
game's
Tenkoku
built for it.
Joji. Oh, let's see another top.
Well, if maybe Valve actually developed games properly.
Oh yeah, man, if you never tried VR, it changes the way you play games. It's
I would
Literally-
been dogging on VR. I was giving Valve shit.
oh, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, they haven't developed a game for a while, but Alex was really good, and I share a name with it. But yeah, no, it's just like
I
really
also
good game.
genuinely don't give a shit about VR.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not like, but it's not like a game coming out on PS4 on Xbox One instead of PC, where there's literally no difference. Like VR actively changes the way you play games.
You want to learn about Polygon's top 50 most anticipated games of 2021?
No. Also, I keep running into people that are really into Polygon for some reason.
People don't have taste in anything anymore. People will just sit and deal with the shit shoveled down.
Well, here's
their
something to
throats.
make you feel old. Top 10
Fuck
games
off.
turning 10 in 2021.
Fuckhead.
Let's see, shall we? Deus Ex Human Revolution, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks 20.
Dead Space, 10 years old.
Looks 30. Oh, that's not
Super Mario 3D Land, 10 years old.
I like that game.
People played that.
Batman Arkham City, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Uncharted 3, Drake Deception.
10 years old? That one? Really?
Yeah. No,
Huh.
that's 10 years old.
What?
Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That was
Also Skyward
Skyrim.
Sword.
we've learned nothing from it.
Skyrim's 10
Skyrim.
years old now.
Mhm.
Portal 2. Skyrim. And Minecraft.
Games that came out during my childhood are not allowed to be old.
Now
Feel
those,
old
now those
yet?
games and
You
systems
feel it, Mr.
are retro.
Krabs? Do you feel it, Mr.
Oh,
Krabs?
God. Yeah, no, I
Feel
don't,
it, Mr.
actually.
Krabs?
Yep. And these economics are
Like a
fucking
barn
hiding.
Yeah.
Geralt fucking murders the entire swamp. Kills all life.
Entire swamp murders Geralt, more like.
Okay. Just start a fire, fuck it.
We didn't start the fire.
Fuck this tree.
Shooby-ba-dooba-dee-do.
I should rest at a fire.
Start a fire that we start. I'm gonna go
How
get more
many
alcohol.
fireplaces are over here?
Taking my medicine.
PS2 is 20 years old now. In fact, I think slightly more. Didn't that come out 99? 2000?
A lot of games are old. Every day we inch closer and closer to death.
You gotta try and enjoy the small dwindling time we have left
Yeah.
by playing The Witcher 1.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are these plant monsters I'm supposed to kill? Bullshit.
Oh man.
Wes can go eat
Oh,
my
God damn it.
fucking dick. Oh, there's some owl
Just
goals.
talking
Cool.
about Persona. Dude, just talking about Persona 5. A fucking article a day ago. Greatest gaming moments of 2020. Further hiding Persona 5 Royale discovery of the traitor. Fuck off.
Messenger's corpse. Oh god, it's surrounded by wyverns. This was
Am I the only one that thought, like, Spoilers for a game that came out in 2016.
Huh?
Well, I don't know how far back it.
Let's talk about the traitor.
Oh, and Persona 5?
Yeah. Anyone cares, I guess.
No. No one's
I
here.
saw it coming like a mile away.
Me too.
Like even without like the like the obvious like telltale signs, like yeah, it was obviously gonna be fucking him. You know?
It also doesn't help that he wasn't. The main thing is that the formula gets like messed up with him.
Mm-hmm.
The way he's introduced is different from every other member of the cast.
I mean, the form that kind of becomes sane the more you learn about him, but at that point he's like coughing
you
up
started
blood.
me all the way back at the end. Isn't this great?
You know, it's like at that point he's coughing up blood, so it's a bit too late. Who the fuck is playing Quest 64?
Some asshole.
Why the fuck would you be playing Quest 64?
I don't know.
I just fucking drooled. Ugh.
But yeah, the formula, yeah, different.
Yeah, his introduction was different enough to make me go, something about you.
How he acts is different.
Mm-hmm.
How he just generally is.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fun character to play as. Actually, party-wise, I like his moveset. He learns a hell of a lot more than most of the characters you get.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically stat buffs, debuffs, and almighty. Really strong hitting physical attacks.
Makes sense to have him in the party then. Have him alongside your other physical heavy hitters.
Yeah. Again, he's like you can easily replace like Yusuke.
How did you ever use
I don't know about
magic?
Ryuji. Ryuji gets pretty fucking busted in like the third semester.
Well, yeah, because it's big physical.
Yeah. But he can get bigger physical. I'm talking about like ridiculous physical.
Oh my god.
But then again, he doesn't have like he gets fucking debilitate as like a skill that he learns.
Yep. Don't mind me. I'm eating the last bagel in the house cold with nothing on it.
Thumbs up. That oddly sums up my feelings right now.
What do you
Sums up my life.
I have seen
The sad state of that situation.
That's what all the people
is an
say.
apt comparison.
You were riding high in April, and then you were shot down in May.
But I know I'm gonna change that tune.
When you're back on top in June.
Right on top in June. They say that's life. And as funny as it may seem,
Some people do get their kicks playing The Witcher 1.
Stomping on a meme.
Man, you have to be super into masochism if you get your kicks from playing Witcher 1.
I do. I'm not.
Fuck off me, you shitty child.
You got the rest of the Sephiroth. You got the rest of the Sephiroths, right?
No, not yet. I guess I should do that
You
while
get the
I'm
one with the
here.
long sword. Running around.
Mm-hmm. One with the punch gauntlet. One with the big red sword.
The one that fights the god train.
The what?
I'm not telling you where that's from.
Okay. It's okay, Liara. Don't cry. I know I ate that entire bagel in front of you and didn't let you have a bite, but don't cry.
Our Mother,
Yeah.
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Why are you saying the Lord's Prayer?
Not the Lord's Prayer. That's Hail Mary. Lord's Prayer is Our Father art.
That's exactly what
Oh,
she
is
just
it?
said.
Oh,
Our Mother, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Yeah. Part of it's Lord Prayer, but they just switched Father who art in heaven.
okay.
So it'd be the Lady's Prayer.
No, Hail Mary is Hail Mary full of grace, which is why, for whatever reason, my mind auto-completes to that with
Fair
that
enough.
statement.
Hey, kitty.
You bring
Liara is like this weird fuzz baby.
Oh shit, Sherlock.
She's terrible at math,
Cat, of course she is. Move.
and she still refuses to learn how to read.
Let's.
If I put clothes on her, she'd kill me in my sleep.
Do
Rightfully
it.
so.
Put her in a little outfit.
Yeah, put her a little. Get her a little.
Oh
hat,
yeah, I read a
feathers.
really terrible article.
Sure.
About putting cats in outfits.
No, it's a Persona article.
Oh
Talking
boy.
about Persona.
Damn it.
Boy, oh boy, here we go.
Any rooms?
5 order.
What's up with the So what's up with the article?
Let me pull it up, Alex.
Alrighty.
I'm just humming like the singing part of one while I look for it. For two.
Wiping all out.
No, there's no care to find the last seraph. Chance far instance while sitting.
You have them all, right?
Yeah, except for the last one. I'm gonna talk to Cockslave, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, go turn in the quest. Hey, baby
Well, no,
cat.
I need one more, but it said I'll get it by chance. And what
Reaching out.
getting it by chance implies is fucking beyond me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I never realized
What?
What's
up
that?
until like recently.
What's that?
Fucking Papaneer doesn't have a name.
His name's Nier.
It's not.
I don't care what Yoko Taro has to say. The default name was Nier.
No. They never call him by anything.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to put your name in there.
Like he doesn't have a canon name. That's the thing.
Yep.
I never noticed that.
Well, when you go to
I
enter
just
your-
assumed he had a name. I just assumed Papaneer was like a fan thing. Like no, just legit does not have a name.
well, when you go to enter your name on the game, the thing they put in automatically is Nier.
But it's not near. His name is not near.
No, it's not. But the game's by default gives you that name.
I know, but it's not near.
I know, I don't. But it's in that same category of like, oh, actually, after that life-changing journey, 2B and 9S just fucking died. I go, fuck you. I don't care. I
No,
don't
that's not
believe
it. It's like the character like legitimately didn't have a name in any other like piece of media other than
Yeah, it's just referred to as him.
they never referred to giving him like any name, and I never noticed that. It's odd.
Yeah, that is strange. Luckily, the community has created a name for him.
God.
It is strange, but it's like, I think, like, remember, Atlas themselves never gave, at least in the beginning, didn't name Yu Narukami Soji Seta. That was given by manga writers who had to put something in, you know? Same thing goes for,
But they were still okayed by they were still okay by Atlas, and afterwards they still have a canon name.
That was given in post.
This is not one of these cases.
Because, like, Demi-Fiend is Demi-Fiend, regardless of what his actual name is.
I know how to
Yeah.
get the last one.
The Warriors of Light are still the 4 Warriors of Light because you're never referred to as an individual because you're a traveling party. So, yeah, it is strange. However, what I see it as just a really heavy dedication to respecting whatever name the players gave him. Because like Link was referred to as like in the early Zelda games, Link's name was never auto-filled in. It was just blank, and the players got to name him whatever they wanted. But
It wasn't until Breath of the Wild they outright forced you to go by Link.
yeah,
In 2, they called them Link.
well, it was the Adventures of Link, but I think you can still name your character, right?
I think so, yeah.
No, like the name you can name your character, but the default is Link.
Adventure of Link, yeah, because he's
Yeah.
referred to as Link outside of the game. So
Yeah.
this is just a situation where they didn't refer to him by anything outside the game because they wanted to respect the player's decision to name it whatever they wanted. But now we're so far along, and everyone just named the character Nier. So name's Nier.
Everyone knows the God Commander hates
His name is Father and Brother.
Everyone knows, but few care.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I want to double check.
Because
and make
only
sure
because Yuna's the only one that refers to him as father and brother. His name's father and brother.
Yuna.
Not
Won't
Yuna.
be easy,
What's her
but
name?
I'll try.
The daughter.
That makes
Yona.
no sense.
Oh, you're
Yona.
totally right. They just leave it blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, they never named him Nier. The game's name was just Nier, and that name means nothing.
Yes.
But
Mhm.
yeah,
Good news. You'll be
easy
happy,
assumption to make.
Raymond.
To be
You
honest.
killed Ramsmead?
He won't be bothering us anymore. But that's
Until
all
like
right.
Automata comes
We'll
out, then like,
Javed
well,
soon.
if he's not in it,
I
who
have
the
a plan.
what the fuck is his name?
Your
Nier.
family will be
Well,
avenged.
luckily his existence
So
was
what's your plan?
yeah.
I wanted to take care of this alone.
His
If you're
existence was
willing to
yeah.
help.
Of course I am. You're paying me after all.
I just never noticed that. It's very odd.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
It is.
friend.
It is
let's not
strange.
read this fucking art.
Now, since we've
We were talking about the
defeated
tier
Javed
list,
by
that
getting rid of
Persona tier
Ramsey,
list I mentioned
let's
earlier.
plan what he and
Oh, boy.
Colston want so much.
I will
is-
read.
The secrets inside the swamp tower. I know how to read, and I'd like to show you something.
Of course. What?
Come with
Well,
me.
Persona's popularity in the
When I
West
open
was
the tower, take the
a
secret
late
books,
bloomer.
hide them away
The
from
critical
me. We can't let them
acclaimed
see the
JRPG
evidence
franchise has since exploded in
Right.
popularity
When did you go?
worldwide.
now.
We need to
JRPGs
secure
are known
what's
for
hidden in
their
the tower. All the books
grandiose
and
global
scrolls.
globe-trotting
Wait for our
fantasy
target.
adventures, taking
Just one
players
thing
to the
missing.
same gaming
I have yet to unlock the tower
game's
door.
most
That's
iconic
where I
world.
come in.
While
This stone is
obviously
the key to the
Japan
tower,
has
or
been
part of the key.
enjoying the genre
You make sure
considerably
you
since
get
the last
Callistine
8
interested, like we
in
agreed.
the late 80s, JRPGs eventually saw some worldwide popularity in the mid to late 90s with releases like Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. Amongst normies. Yeah.
Comparatively speaking, the Persona series was a late bloomer worldwide popularity. However, while Persona has started gaining traction in the West, the franchise popularity sparks. I'm just reading ahead. It's funny. 2 entries in particular, one which released just a few years ago, made Persona the mass JRPG franchise that it became. The Persona series have grown significantly since the very humble beginnings. The Shin Megami Tensei spin-off, some of the earliest efforts in the series pale in comparison what Persona has become, but the modern Persona games have quickly become some of the most beloved games of all time. Persona has since outgrown its Shin Megami Tensei namesake for becoming its own franchise, and for good. The last 3 Persona games are critically acclaimed JRPGs adored by the players worldwide. It's tough to objectively say which Persona games is the best entry, but here's how every mainline Persona entry stacks up against one another.
It's tough to objectively say, so we're gonna objectively say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So what's your first guess?
My first guess is, of course, the top of the tier list, since they're referring to it only recently gaining popularity, is going to be Persona 5, correct?
Not the top. I'm talking about the bottom tier. We're going from worst to best.
Oh,
Persona
bottom tier is definitely going to be Persona 1 and 2, or if they really want to try to make people happy, they'll only put like the PS1 version of Persona 1, and then like the other 2 will get bumped up to like C tier. It's like, oh, they're okay, but this is the real poopy one.
Well, D tier. Shin Megami Tensei Persona, aka Persona Revelations.
Yeah.
That is just in general, like they're not splitting up the versions.
Like many long-running JRPG series, the first Persona game, also known as Revelation Persona, is comparably the worst among its successors.
You wouldn't agree
Persona-
with that, would you?
There's some things to like about it.
Oh God!
I
holy
think
shit.
people just. I think the general sense, just the outright just disregard Persona 1 as just being like a completely skippable game is kind of misguided. Because there is some good concepts in that game, and there is some good like story. It's not like the best storytelling, but there is a lot of old like Carl Jung psychology that goes into psychology, like thought process that went into the making of that story. You know, not like it's like the writers knew what the fuck they were talking, right?
Mhm.
And it's interesting to see the writers like make a compelling story with the inference they know about psychology and have that affect the character.
Yeah.
But let me finish. Persona initial efforts away from S&T Shin Megami Tensei series did establish a few thematic elements, but otherwise played like a very traditional JRPG. The first Persona spin-off was intentionally born from another spin-off, Shin Megami Tensei If, but any classic Shin Megami Tensei fan would find the game nearly indistinguishable from other S&T games. The same mostly goes for the PSP remake of the first game, Shin Megami Tensei Persona in 2009, though some modern conveniences were added. Shards of what Persona would become can be found in the first game, but it was still very much close to S&T entries. The first Persona game had none of the social simulator aspects / social links. The story was far more obtuse and deliberately disturbing.
It's heartbreaking that numbers are referred to as RPG elements, whereas actual role playing is referred to as social simulator elements. It makes me want to die. Like, fuck. This industry is doomed.
And the dungeon design is pitifully archaic. Most of the Persona thematic elements like bright colors, symbolism, or iconic music themes through things hasn't become Persona 1 essentials yet. Die-hard fans could maybe enjoy playing through the first Persona game, but none of the modern features that make Persona unique have been implemented yet. So the first game ends up being relatively generic.
And I scrolled up to C tier, and it's a game that I haven't played yet. So we can, if you would like, we can go and skip over that one. It's Persona 2.
I want to read that too.
Because I don't want my opinion tainted on it.
Well, I have opinions for the first one.
Okay.
The symbolism and iconic music thing is a goddamn lie. That game is rife with symbolism when it comes to the characters' actions and how they behave based on their arcana. But it's not outright told to you, like in the newer games.
Yeah, it's more subtle.
Almost like you have to read between the lines.
Yeah, and the music, again, is very good. At least in PlayStation 1 version. Characters having their own having their own style of music. The type of music it plays in dungeons and for the final boss, and just the music is good. It's not like Light Brother Persona 5 music or 4 and 5 music, but the music's good. Move on to Persona 2. I want Travis's opinion on this one. The Persona 2 duology, Persona 2 Innocent Sin, and Persona Eternal Punishment have the exact same issues as the first Persona game.
Not even.
The duology only edges ahead of the first game for having more iconic character design and was slightly more ambitious departure from SMT. Of course, ambition doesn't necessarily lead to success either. As a narrative in Persona 2 Innocent Sin is off-putting, and play through Persona 2 Innocent Sin, first chapter is like a living through some kind of fever dream.
For the first chapter of Persona 2 is like a fever dream?
Where players fight a resurrected Hitler and Nazis.
But wait, no, that's not the first chapter. That's the first fucking game. It's two separate games.
No,
I think he's referring to chapters.
It's like Golden Sun.
Uh-huh.
Persona 2 is more like Golden Sun, where Golden Sun is technically the first game, but it's part 1 of a greater
story. Right. I was assuming that Act 1 of Persona 2, because Act 1 of Persona 2 is boring as fuck, but I mean, I guess that's...
Alongside Cultist hellbent on shepherding the end of the world. It's bombastic, but the game at least established how far Persona game's plot was willing to dive into the supernatural. Eternal Punishment has a bit more grounded murder mystery as its plot set in the alternate timeline from Innocent Sin. Eternal Punishment also established some of the overarching narrative devices that would reoccur in every Persona game since, like the idea of the metaverse and the collective conscience of society.
And that's why the butterflies Philemon, right?
Yeah.
The butterfly's Philemon. It's not this new character that is the butterfly, actually.
Yeah.
Cool. Just making sure.
I hate
Philemon just
how
fucking-
I hate
wait,
how the
wait.
supernatural world is described as the metaverse now.
Wait, is Philemon just dead in Persona 5?
I don't know what the fuck Philemon's doing.
Pity I don't understand.
He's there. He's just hanging out in the subconscious. He hires Igor. He worked for Igor.
Yeah, yeah. I can't remember the name of the fucking.
No, Igor worked for him. Never
I
mind.
can't remember the name of the Velvet Room attendee in Persona 5. The two of them combined, what they create.
Carolina Justine and
Uh-huh.
Lavenza.
And Lavenza. Yeah, Lavenza's the butterflies. So is Philemon dead then?
I don't. Philemon's again hanging out in the subconscious. He's doing his thing.
He's hanging
Philemon's
out in the
a
metaverse.
Philemon's a character that these writers
Yeah,
didn't
he's
think
hanging out in
about.
the metaverse.
Philemon's a character that these writers just didn't think about at all.
Well, these writers aren't the same writers that made Persona 1 and 2.
Yeah, which is what brings me to my next point. Don't talk about Persona 5 as if it's the final result of a year-long plan. Like, after they're framing this, they're making their step towards their ultimate goal. No, these are fucking independent contractors and writers that were hired to do a job. They're not thinking about their 10-year plan. They're thinking about getting paid and finishing the project they're working on.
Most of the original writers for Persona left, including the writer, including the artist. Again, Atlas like main group had a lot to do with like the making of like the first earlier games. Like they really, I could have phrased that a bit better, but they definitely.
I'd
What
hope
I mean
so.
by that,
I'm just glad we're playing the first step on
they
the
were
road.
very on hand, or
Hands-on, yeah.
hands-on with the creation of those games.
Yeah, the main thing is it's mostly
They
all
were
in
programmers, they were writers, they were artists, and they all worked on these games
Fuck
together.
off my taint.
Then after the PS2 games, they kind of started to leave, and then the New Blood came in. So, yeah, Persona 2. It's not just about Hitler.
No.
It is not about Hitler. If you want to talk about the same problem of the game not being symbolic, that is oof. Oh, that is that is just not
Beyond
true.
wrong.
Yeah.
No man, I haven't played it. I haven't played it nearly enough to even have an opinion. All I knew is that I was bored when I
Well,
was.
trust
playing
me
it.
and
When I
Travis'
played it.
opinion on it. That is dead wrong.
Yeah, it is.
I'm assuming. I mean, if it has anything, see, my issue with Persona is like with Persona games have never been symbolism. It's the lack of the symbolism actually meaning anything at times. But
Oh, it means I'd argue it means a hell of a lot more.
I'm
than
sure it
the
means tons.
games.
Yeah.
Like there's tons of symbolism in SMT1 that is seemingly meaningless, but I'm sure in later games it definitely means something. Like I am like
I think you know this already, Travis, since we talked about it earlier. But throughout the entirety of Persona 1, Tetsuya is the reverse of his Arcana.
Persona 1.
2.
Oh, there's your Econops, Travis.
Where?
You just ran past it. Turn
Not an
around.
Econops.
It was a big old snake thing.
Yeah, it's a Kako demon.
What?
He's the reverse of his Arcana, the sun.
Back to it.
Oh. Okay.
And by the end of Eternal Punishment,
Kakademium.
that is him
All right then.
reversing his reverse and becoming
Oh.
becoming his true Arcana, accepting what happens at the end of Persona 2. You know,
Yep.
Yeah, man, there's nobody I sympathize with more than the people who really want Persona to have create a character or a character as their main character. Like, I can totally understand getting sick of Avatar characters at this point, because it's like, let me make him whatever I want, or just give me a cool character. But I get that, but it's so hard to explain that middle ground to people, you know?
it's a shame because again, I think Tetsuya and Maya are characters.
Those are actual proper characters, it seems, though. I mean, Tetsuya's
Yeah.
silent when you're playing as him, but
Well,
I'm
he
assuming-
becomes vocal in the second one.
yeah, I'm assuming that when you're playing as Maya, she goes silent, and Tetsuya becomes the talker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that Dragon Quest thing,
But yeah, it's
I think.
A Dragon Quest thing. What?
Like when you're playing as Torneko, he doesn't talk, but when you talk to Torneko, he talks. in 4. I might be totally.
maybe?
That's just something I remember you mentioning at one point. I don't recall.
I don't remember either.
I'm a big stupid. Don't yell at me.
Too late. You're getting yelled at.
No. But you know, I think I've grown to appreciate the middle ground between the two. There is a feeling of making the character your own as you play throughout a game when your character's already partially established a bit.
Yeah.
Like, this is my Yunarakami and that's your Yunarakami. Mine has dreads.
You see, the only reason like
What is this?
that problem consisted, or that problems
you?
consist, is due to the fact that
Down
there
here, let
are
me talk
social
to you.
elements that affect your dialogue choices. So the social system, if you wanted like a creative character, your social aspects would be dramatically decreased when it comes to dialogue choices.
Welcome here. One more word.
Um,
My otherness and
not
Druid's
necessarily.
Grove, it's a godsend, I tell ya. Marvelous place.
I'm
Great
saying,
work they do
like,
here.
Again, like the choices that are presented are built around the social aspect.
You
So
mean
you
about-
say shit that not piss people off when you're talking to them.
You mean the social aspect? Do you mean the character's personality?
Well, I'm talking about the dialogue choices.
Oh.
The dialogue choices are representative of the character's personality, and if they're creative characters, and like the choice that you choose in dialogue choices that get, you know, that would increase the stat.
Okay, I see.
Naturally, right?
I see what you mean. It's the difference between the 10 choice spread and the 3 choice spread. The 3 choices are these are the things that this character would say at this time, and how you choose to express yourself fleshes out the character. Whereas something like New Vegas is here's 10 different dialogue options to express any of the characters you've chosen to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that aspect of Persona would probably be either dramatically lowered or outright removed as a whole. The more like of a this is a character that I've created
I found you earlier.
becomes a thing, you know.
Fuck me.
I don't think a lot of people realize that.
Prima, I guess.
What's that, Angelo?
I don't think a lot of people realize that when they bring up that.
I
Again, I can understand wanting it, but again, there are reasons for why.
I think it's the difference between the person who looks at Narukami and dismisses him as bland, boring avatar character versus character who has a personality that you're able to kind of meld with, you know, like self-insert versus melding with the character. And I make the decisions that I would make if I were in his shoes, but I still have to choose from his potential options. Kind of like when you play as Geralt or V or JC Denton or any of those characters that are properly fleshed out characters up until the point you get your hands on them. Now, over time, they'll grow to change and be more like your version of the character that you like. However, it's never going to be like it's never going to be a Fallout character, pretty much. It's never going to hit that point.
I think people want a Fallout character. and
I
that's not
don't think that Atlas has the development resources to make that good.
I don't think I don't think with the game it is. I don't think it would good to begin with. I just don't think that type of character, that kind of character, would fit well in that universe.
Well, if you look at games that have that kind of character and that do that kind of character well, they're usually games that are weak in many other aspects.
Exactly.
And it's clear that a lot of Japanese developers are aiming less for the singular peak, you know, and they're aiming more for the all-encompassing quality. Like Vampire the Masquerade has amazing dialogue, but everything else is a bit shoddy. A lot of things are shoddy in the game. So, and I think that's not the kind of game that Atlas or even like a Nintendo would want to put out. They would want to have it to be more well-rounded and high quality.
Yeah.
Kind of like why there's not a million options in combat. There's 5 good options that matter. The game is polished to be around, you know?
Yeah. Let's continue the list.
Next is Persona 3, right?
Yeah. After a few Shin Megami Tensei, every time I see Shin Megami Tensei, I keep wanting to say SN.
Do it
Brain thing.
quicker.
After a few Shin Megami Tensei, okay.
Sorry, I'm fucking pissed off at myself.
There was you needed a perk to gather the herbs you needed.
God, I hate this fucking game.
You need to
And
sit
myself.
down. You need to sit down, mouse over all your shit, and actually go through and read everything. And
Nope, not gonna happen.
well, okay, then enjoy this mistake happening again.
It's fine. I can live with that.
After the Shin Megami Tensei adjacent JRPG laid a very thin formula, Persona 3 was the first game that truly ushered in the separate franchise as it's known today. Persona 3 was the first game that introduced the social simulator aspect like Social Link, and it also introduced the more streamlined battle system that closer to Final Fantasy games than the grid-based turn-based combat of the first two Persona games. That is a lie.
If the
The
grid
second
doesn't-
game is not grid-based.
if the grid doesn't matter, could you really even call it grid based?
There's not a grid in the second game.
There isn't.
That's correct. Fucking social simulator elements. Fuck off. God damn
If
it.
anything, the the combat in 2 kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy X a little bit.
Yeah.
Imagine you're the man who worked really hard on the auto blow in order to simulate the sucking of a dick. And then when you released the auto blow, porn sites reviews like it's amazing that it introduced vacuum cleaner elements into its mechanics. Like, no, it's dick sucking elements. You got it wrong. The modern perception of dick sucking has twisted your perspective.
The third entry also arguably strikes the perfect balance between Shin Megami Tensei influences and unique themes exclusive to Persona. The series would later shed its Shin Megami Tensei label, becoming the Persona 3 innovations. Persona 3 was when the franchise really came into its own, considering the third entry saw 3 different re-releases between 2006 and 2009. Wow. Re-release every year. It cleared away a lot of fans considering Persona 3 their favorite entry in the series. Persona 4 and 5 wouldn't exist without the efforts made in 3.
That's what that's what's important.
To define the series as it's known today, Persona 3 is only held back by some of its mechanical choices, which range from questionable to
Outright idiotic.
outright idiotic.
Yukari watched me take.
Comparatively
Yukari
archaic.
just sat there and watched me take 7 pisses because I was tired.
Yeah.
The biggest
That
example
failed
is the
horribly.
game's decision to strictly regulate party members' action to AI only and player control actions. A tired condition that prevents further exploration can also be an annoyance.
Hey, Yukari, watch me go piss again.
I need the piss. Why just piss in the fucking dungeon? Just go behind the wall.
Absolutely not. Why? Mitsuru doesn't like it.
So soon not to watch.
She also doesn't like not to watch. She's finally got used to watching with Akihiko. She's got to learn to watch other way.
A tier.
Koromaru has to hold it until they get out of the dungeon. Poor dog.
A tier. Persona 5 Royale.
What?
The latest Persona game, Persona 5, has largely become the golden standard of the Persona series. Finally, propping the Shin Megami Tensei namesake altogether. This was the game that truly saw Persona popularity explode worldwide.
Did
Everything
that just
about
say Persona 5's the one that dropped the SMT namesake? Because that was P4G.
That was the golden that dropped it.
Yeah.
they mentioned like Persona 3 dropped it too.
No, I just mentioned that it was slowly moving towards dropping. And dropping the SMT is the important part.
Everything about Persona 5 is mechanically superior to games. The combat system was
Yeah, you're right.
overhauled
You're right. Actually, effective spells on bosses suck. Just use physical attacks and buffs.
to be more engaging.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's
Yeah.
SMC in general. Just
Hitting the attack button over and over again is real fucking engaging.
well,
Yeah, that's what
again,
I thought.
again, SMT.
Let's compare that to Nocturne, where I have three characters doing separate buffs, all of them doing unique things. Whereas Persona 5, the optimal playstyle is all physical, all buffs.
Hey Alex, will you check again and see if there's another place that can get the Econops?
Yes, I can.
Because I
Channel
just tried
negotiate.
killing one of these upgraded versions and it didn't drop the
It says you can find plenty in the swamp at midnight.
that's where I am and that's what time it is.
Yeah.
Shadow Negotiation, a unique battle mechanic from the first 2 Persona games. Yep, only Persona you get to talk to demons. I mean shadows.
Do you have a
No,
book
there were
called,
demons in the first 2 games. Never mind.
do you? Okay, so apparently, first person responds with the same problem you did. You killed all the Econops before you got the bestiary entry. You got to read a book called Curses and the Cursed. If you've read that,
Yeah.
it will create entry for Econops, Strigo, Werewolf, and
And it should add the list of ingredients to my
yes.
thing that I can grab.
So
And it's
the
right
next
here.
thing is, for all of you who are playing this first in 2019, if this happens to you, just relax. They will spawn eventually. If they don't, you can proceed to the next chapter and finish this quest on chapter 3.
Then why does the game lie to me and tell me I can't?
I don't fucking know. That's bad.
Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna do the main quest then.
Cool. But go on, Angelo.
Unique Shadow Negotiation, a unique battle mechanic from the first 2 Persona games. Only the first 2 Persona games. Only them.
At least it works.
No
for
other games.
SNC game.
Returns alongside the game now iconic aesthetics and visual revamp, where previous games had suitable established Persona 4 foundation. Persona 5 emphasized everything that made Persona 5 a unique JRPG. Persona 5 is not only the most approachable game in the series, but it's also an impressive starting point that it's not. Nope.
I don't know, I wouldn't
To
call a
appreciate-
game that's part of a long-running series, quote-unquote, unique.
It's uniquely terrible in certain ways.
But it's also an impressive starting point to the.
No other Atlas game successfully butt fucks both the thief and superhero genre so effectively.
You really need to get off that superhero genre thing. 'Cause it's
No,
crazy.
no other Persona game effectively makes relatable characters bite the curb before stomping them down. That's pretty.
Appreciate
There's
past
no fire around here.
entries in the series as well. Persona 5 Royal, in particular, the definitive version, 5th entry, is one of the best JRPGs ever made.
I'm picturing the main character from American History X, and he just has like the Atlas logo on his bicep instead of the fucking swastika.
Oh, with 95% Metacritic score proves it. Oh, yeah.
97% Metacritic doesn't prove shit.
The only thing that weighs down Persona 5 Royale compared to the last game on the list is
The
the pacing.
fireplace.
An average Persona 5 playthrough with the final semester is around 130. That is a lie.
Did you lose your controller?
Why is everyone so fucking bad at playing these games?
Maybe people just talk to every because like the reason why
Fuck
Wooly takes
that.
so long
Damn
is he
it.
talks to everybody. And I don't do that, but I should next time I play.
A normal person playing this game should take you maybe
Mine was 80.
generous between 70 and 90.
Yeah, it took
A
80 hours.
normal person.
Yeah.
I don't see how the fuck it takes you over 100 to beat Persona 5.
Immersed
I
in
mean-
the world, I know it. I got almost to 100 on my base game playthrough.
Well, and I left the game on overnight. So
Oh. Shouldn't
Like,
be
I
doing
know
that.
I was just wandering
Fuck
about,
you.
just enjoying my time.
You shouldn't.
I shouldn't
What?
enjoy the music.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't leave your fucking game on overnight. Fuck
Hey, I found one.
No, it's fine.
The adventure is certainly worth the time.
Now
to
remember where this is and don't die.
No shit.
but it's still absolutely long for any game. That's
Actually,
the
I can just set a
only
marker. It was like
attraction.
right. Okay.
attraction.
It's like right in here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Persona 5 that places it in second place. By the way, am I the only one that thinks like 70 or 50 hours for RPG is relatively short? Like, I know the time 50 hours is a long time, but Like-
I think 40 to 50 hours is short. I think 70 is a decent average.
people make like a big deal of it. Oh man, it's like over 50 hours. The game, well, it's an RPG. Of course, it got to be over 50 hours.
I put 83 hours into Knights of the Old Republic, and that didn't feel that long. So
And honestly, if you want to argue
Hell, I
the,
spent like
if you want to
earlier
argue
today.
the,
I played like 6 hours of Persona 5 4, it didn't feel like 6 hours at all.
In the context of having like whether or not you like how much free time you have and how much you value it, it can mean a lot more or a lot less depending on who you
I
talk
just
to.
had like a free afternoon.
I don't have free afternoons.
You're not working today. Oh yes, you
No,
had a
but
free
I'm
afternoon.
working right now.
You started working at 6.
Yeah.
I
And then I
played
got up
Persona
at like
5
5.
4 today before 6.
Well, okay, let's say it this way. On my average day, I have 1 hour, and I work for. I usually work on a good week. I work 5 days a week, so that's 5 hours of free time. On my days off, which are usually 2 of them, I have 12 hours. So 5 plus 12, that's 8. I have 17 hours a week of free time, and assuming that free time isn't spent eating or sleeping or pissing or whatever, I'm gonna say, let's say, make that around 12 hours. I have 12 hours of free time to spend playing video game. I then have a lot other video games I still want to play, and yeah, basically what I'm saying is I don't have the time for long games, and it's tough for me to make the time. So I can totally understand why someone would complain about a game being 100 hours long.
12 hours is plenty of time to play a long game a week.
Now, I've been chipping away at Nocturne. I made some good progress in that in the time, but it's like, yeah, I get it. I get the complaint now, but it's not enough to dock a game.
I come from someone that worked 5 days a week, worked from the beginning of noon to like 11 at night, and I still beat these games relatively fast.
Fair enough. I have trouble doing that.
If you don't want to optimize your time playing a fucking game that you want to play, that's your fuck.
Well, then that's what it is. Like, I can understand why that would be troubling. I just don't understand docking a point for it. I don't think that's worth docking a game. You know, that's where I draw the line. But it is a valid. It's not a valid criticism because it's not the game's fault. You don't have the time.
And for what arguably is the best game in the series to date, Persona 4 Golden is an incredible JRPG that really is the most must-play for fans of the genre. Everything that makes Persona 4 special, Persona series is special is emphasized by Persona 4 Golden. An intriguing and compelling story, a diverse cast of supporting characters with incredible character development, tight dungeon crawling that never overstays its welcome, fantastic turn-based battle system. Persona 4 Golden deserves a playthrough as it's easily the quintessential Persona game in both form and function. Even for players who aren't necessarily JRPG fans, Golden is a truly remarkable game worth the try. Persona 4 Golden spent most of its lifespan stuck on the defunct PlayStation Vita handheld, but now the Golden is available on Steam. Tons of new players were able to experience the game for the first time, discovering the truth behind the mysterious Inaba murders is one of the best tales in JRPGs in general, easily rivaling examples like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, and Dragon Quest VIII. Has quickly became the most popular Persona game of all time.
That's a wrong statement.
Persona 4 Golden just barely edges the 5th entry as the best Persona game of all time.
I mean, it's kind of difficult to compare a fantasy story to a investigation story. Like, one of these is a long-term mystery, and the other one is a fantasy epic. It's kind of difficult to compare the two.
Yeah.
And Chrono Trigger's story isn't all that great. It's very simple, but it's nothing amazing. In Final Fantasy VI,
it's the characters, man. The characters.
Final Fantasy VI
I just wanted to spend more.
Great.
Honestly, you can make the game better by just giving me more time to spend with Frog. You know what Chrono Trigger should have had? Social links. That's right.
That's right. That's right. Wake up, sheeple.
Wake up, gamers. Wake up, people. But yeah, no, I really think it should have. Like, again, I want to spend more time with my virtual friends. Let me spend more time with my virtual friends, damn it.
Persona 5 spin-offs. Contest. Here's another article. Why Persona 5 fans should check out SMT3
I'm gonna go
and SMT5.
I've heard enough about SMT for a minute.
Alex has left the building.
Yeah.
His piss could not be quenched. He needs to release it out into the wild.
Alright, remove that. Walk my happy ass all the way back to the fucking landing. I have to go back to Vizima again. Yay.
Persona 5 spin-off content seems to be wrapping up, but the new Persona fans can still get their fill of 2021 Shin Megami Tensei games. The game series that is nothing like the game series that they like.
Exactly. I don't think I would tell a Persona fan to play SMT 3 of all things.
Yeah. Yeah, you like Persona 4, play Nocturne.
You like Persona 5? Go play SMT 2.
Adventures with your happy friends solving a murder mystery. Well, the world's dead.
Yeah.
Everyone that you cared about is dead, and the ones that are alive kind of hate you.
Yeah.
Also, Satan whispering like little sweet nothing to the ear, saying "Halo, Mama, let me whisper to your ear," telling you to find them all network.
Don't let him seduce you. It's hard. It's hard not to let him seduce you, but don't do it.
Halo, Mama, let me whisper to your ear. I'm telling you, recreate the world.
Fucking
Take me to the time.
an apt scene to bring up for that is there's a moment in Ghost Stories where they're doing a seance and one of the girls just starts screaming, "Fuck me, Satan! Fuck me, Satan! Fuck me, Satan!" What a good show. Everyone go watch Ghost Stories English dub. Probably the best English dub for an anime ever made.
But remember, it's not Satan whispering to your ear; it's for listening to your ear. Big difference.
Depending on the
Like, there's
game
an
you're
actual
playing, it could be Lewis Cipher.
Or, what's her fucking name in Strange Journey? It was a girl in Strange Journey.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I need to play Strange Journey.
you do. It's a good game. There's something bittersweet about finishing a well-loved game sometimes.
Are you just making a statement? Because that's true, but if it's an article, they can go fuck themselves.
It's an article.
What are they talking about? Or where am I
I'm
going?
continuing the article, but I'm waiting for Alex to get his, like,
Piss out?
rotund ass back here. So we can continue reading.
Yo, thick fuck, get back here. We need our thick boy in our life.
Because I need to spit him the truth, the hot fire that is playing SMT Remake and SMT 5 when it comes out in 2021.
Yeah. Where the hell was I going? The Echidna contract. Okay, go to the
There
garden.
you are, Alex.
Yeah,
Our thick boy
Okay.
is returned.
my cat threw up.
Aw, poor girl.
Yeah, I took a bag and filled it with catnip so she had something to play with. She was like, I just walked into the bathroom and she was just sitting in the tub alone looking up at me, just
Aw.
kind of crying. It was like she'd been crying, so I played with her for a minute.
Yeah.
There's
Worried.
always something bittersweet about finishing a well-loved game. Sometimes the cure is jumping right back into the in and gaming through it another time. But some people prefer to find something new.
You look like a warrior.
That's not always easy.
Care to kill Echinop.
Angelo,
Some
you good,
games-
buddy?
I finished that and have proof.
Excellent.
So
As you go.
Nobody, let's never give Angelo ecstasy again. It gets weird. Rubbing his nipples, like just. You
There's
ever go
something
back-
bittersweet about finishing a good game.
some games really manage to distinguish themselves. from
Angelo,
all
did
the
you just
rest.
cum glitter?
even within their own genre.
Yeah.
Now, Persona has a lot of fans that would say that about it, hailing the franchise the most recent entry, Persona 5, as a crucial piece in
Dude,
RPG history.
I hear.
That-
I'm now starting to hear the word persona the way you hear Undertale. I'm just like, It's like I'm like when you scream at Harry Potter fans to read a different book. Like,
There
fuck.
may
To the point where you hear,
I
you've
mean,
heard Persona so much, the
people
words
screamed
lost
at
its
Persona
meaning.
fans to play another game.
That's
That
fair.
Persona wasn't that the city of Shinjuku was not ripping off
brings you
Persona
here?
5.
A mess
Message
That
from
happened, didn't it? Oh god.
Yeah.
I don't need to read it.
Vivaldi, you need to calm
there
your
may-
fucking beard down, bro.
I know that we're the
Like,
elf.
peace.
There's many powerful and compelling stories wrapped into Persona 5, and players that were interested in the franchise by this game might be little at least when it comes to looking for something to give them a similar experience. What the fuck? That
If
sentence
you
isn't
care
making
to drop by later, you can call up my house at the inn.
The answer is actually pretty simple.
But don't count on
Those who
getting
were
any
interested in
gold from me.
Persona 5
Leaving us
should
cross promises
devolve
already.
into the franchise parent franchise
Vivaldi.
Shin Megami Tensei.
They will
Wow,
not be
the Shin
satisfied
Megami
or
Tensei
happy
game.
with their choice.
While the Shin Megami Tensei games are certainly very different from Persona, there are also a ton of similarities, and it's very clear how SMT transformed into its high school focused spin-off series.
I'm gonna
The
take-
game.
I'm gonna go take myself out back the shed and old Yeller treatment myself.
You know that the game news is there not only one but two Shin Megami Tensei games coming up for possible new fans of the franchise to try: Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne and Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Oh, that's the point of
Should
this
be-
article. I forgot where the
Okay,
fucking...
where the fuck are you reading this off of? Also, why?
Game rant.
Oh,
Both
okay.
should be on fans' radars for their own reasons, and there are plenty of reasons to give them both a try.
Yes, yes. Give it a try.
The Persona effect.
Hey man, I just like social links, okay?
I
You want
think-
social
I have
links?
heard
Hey,
the word persona so much in like the past 3 hours.
It's
that
like
that word-
it's like the like of that goddamn article. Just say like when you can't think of filler word.
Yeah,
Feels like the word cyberpunk.
like that word has lost all meaning to me now. I was watching the word map also started to do that same thing because I was
That's a
watching
pedophile thing?
no, like actual maps. Because I was
Sorry,
watching I was watching
Pedophile?
Gerard do a completionist episode for the most recent Hyrule Warriors. And he was talking about clearing the maps. And there was maps upon maps upon maps, and it got to the point where it's like, okay, well, the word map has become completely null and void and pointless to me now.
Mhm.
Like, I've heard this word way too much in the last, like, 10 minutes.
I'm too drunk. I just found a game, which is a cute adventure game called Cardo, but I misread it as Fardo. This game looks
Atlas.
super cute too. Puzzle
At-
game.
Atlas.
Atlas?
Atlas.
Atlas?
Atlas.
Russ.
Oh, yeah,
Couldn't have chosen a better time to release release more Shin Megami Tensei games.
Really? They
Thanks
couldn't have?
all. That's all thanks to Redacted, which has been unprecedented hit, not just in Japan but worldwide.
Call it just use
Redacted.
Undertale as a word replacer.
Redacted broke all kinds of sales records for the series and
Are you
vastly
referring to the
outsold its
Backstreet Reunion tour?
Are you referring to Undertale?
predecessors. 2020 expanded
game where
edition
Persona came into its
Redacted
own?
Royal boosted the highest
And by
critic
it came
rating
into its own, I mean into its own eyes.
out of the whole series, showing just how beloved the
Now let's get
newest
this
games
fucking
are.
quest done before
It currently
we-
means a bright future for Redacted, and it's ideal for Atlas, and might be the bright future for Shin Megami Tensei too.
Ooh.
It can't be denied that Shin Megami Tensei has a very different setting and story from Redacted games.
Oh my god, I don't know why, but when you said it could be a bright future for Shin Megami Tensei 2, I thought you meant Shin
You saw
Megami
the Shin Megami
Tensei
Tensei
2. I was like, what?
Oh man, I wish you guys. I wish Angelo knew more JRPGs that he really liked, or more role-playing games in general.
Yes, I'm ready to go. How many fucking
Right,
times
yeah.
do I have to tell you?
I could talk like that about 40K for ages.
Yeah, that's
Fuck.
true.
The post-apocalyptic SMT explores some darker and more. Potential supernatural themes.
Oh, potential supernatural.
The way you feel right now, Travis, is how I feel when listening to Mega Man fans.
You mean I'm enjoying
Then-
this?
The way I
Exactly.
feel right now is the way I feel when listening to Mega Man fans.
I'm enjoying this because it's keeping me preoccupied from this goddamn pile of garbage area in this goddamn pile of garbage game I want to fucking love.
However, there's arguably more similarities than differences. For instance, players
Oh
will
boy,
realize
let's
that
hear
a
'em.
lot of the demons from that appear in Redacted actually premiere both permeate both Redacted and Shin Megami Tensei, showing up in familiar forms with various playstyles, which new fans of this family of games are interested in Nocturne or SMT5. Either game will surely have a lot to offer. Shin Megami Tensei's past, its crimes, its punishments.
That's
crimes.
crimes. What the fuck did it do? Me and Alex put that.
Shin Megami Tensei is innocent, I tell you. It's innocent.
It's innocent. It has innocent sin, but it will suffer eternal punishment.
Why are you here? What's going on? Hey,
Not every franchise is
hey, bro. Hey, Creed, what are you doing here?
admirable to new, amendable to new fans starting to play it at the fifth installment, but Redacted allows that if Redacted made players curious about how the series got its where it is today outside of playing Redacted Golden on Steam. They could also look forward to the remaster of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. This game originally released for the PlayStation 2 in 2003 in Japan, with American and Europeans released in 2004 and 2005 respectively. So it's a game showcasing how Atlas has done various variants on similar themes over the years.
I'll appoint you commander of my unit.
I'm a witcher.
Still
not a
got you?
soldier.
It still got everything upset.
Nothing occurs
Still
without
got
No, I'm
everything
just thinking
going.
about, like, this sounds like Patrick talking about Huey Lewis in the news.
Really?
Need your assistance.
Well, yeah, just like the. So if you think about it, Persona 5 really was influential for its time.
I need to do 1 second, Siegfried. Let me go do what I need to
I'll
do.
continue.
Good.
There's
Alex,
certainly
for a
some.
new game. It's no, sorry.
There's certainly some comfortable themes in Nocturne for Redacted players to get into. It's about the Japanese high schooler who is thrust into a world of supernatural beings due to extraordinary events out of his control. Admittedly, this protagonist's transformation into a being called the Demi-Fiend, and his recruitment of demons is pretty different from Joker and the Phantom Thief's quest for justice, and the means Nocturne serves as an interesting parallel to Redacted. Turn-based battle involving targeting elementals' weaknesses and negotiating with demons will all but very comfortable for I almost said the word Redacted fans. So Nocturne is a rich piece of history worth playing without going too far out of new fans' comfort zone. See, yeah.
Up here, game. Busy.
News, yeah.
There's a fire.
SMT's future. What do you think its future is like?
They'll make games, and the games will be good, and then they'll sell well because they'll release on systems where people have not previously played these games, and these people will be exposed to something new.
Yes.
Wait, did I come here at night?
They make
If
the good
fans-
game, and then
Gotta
people
camera.
play the good gaming game good.
If fans get a kick of Nocturne, want more.
Okay, now you're doing it on purpose.
or, or even if they just want to play more Persona. God damn it! I said the word.
It also slightly sounds like you're saying Persona, and that might just be a me thing.
You know what? I'd rather hear that.
More redacted
It
and
might just be
way
a Freudian,
brand new
Freudian slip
cutting
on my
edge
part.
S&T game. There are great options in Shin Megami Tensei 5. It's been almost 5 years since there was a new game in the series, but S&T 5 has
Has it
been
been?
public knowledge since
Hey, Alex.
2017 when
What's
it was
up?
announced for.
Angelo, 1 second. You look up potential locations for Yavin to be in. He's supposed to be in the swamps, and I found him last time in the fucking druid camp.
Go to the druid camp then.
I'm at the druid camp.
Then wait till morning. At the druid camp. Find a campfire. At this camp.
Not the only one.
2017 when it was announced.
What's the scat
Switch. Nintendo Switch, to be precise.
there?
It's interestingly, it
Yeah,
seems to be the Switch exclusive, so hopefully, redacted players can access the Switch if they want to try their sister series out.
What was the name of the quest?
Redacted.
1 second.
We'll wait till daytime until you see him, and then yeah. What's the
Like I
yeah,
said,
what-
it's not gonna matter because it just says in the swamp. I think he can be anywhere.
what's where you ran into him last during the daytime? What's the quest?
The quest is worth its weight in gold. I don't remember if it was daytime or not though.
First, go to the Druid's Grove, speak to Yavin, and get the quest.
Yeah.
Then go back to the Temple Quarter. Now you have a choice about delivering the letter at all. You can give the letter to Vincent Mai instead of giving it to Vivaldi. This earns. Wait, speak to Yavin and get the quest?
Yeah,
So go to. He's in the Druid's Cove.
where I'm at.
So. Alright. Well,
I
look
got
for
the
him.
quest, and now I'm here to give the letter back. The reply back from Vivaldi.
Oh, from Vivaldi, so you have to return it to Yavin. Go to the non-human camp. Once you find Yavin, talk to him. If you have it, give him the letter. He will either be very grateful and tell you a bit more about Berengar, or he'll be extremely pissed and tell you where to get off. Either way, the quest is complete. The only way it fails is if you do force recon first without delivering it to anyone.
Okay.
So he told you to.
So it said go to the non-human camp.
Instead of giving it to, you can give it to the. Who'd you give it to, Vincent or
Give it
Vivaldi?
to Vivaldi, the person who I was told to give it to in the first place.
Fair enough. Yep, non-human camp. That's where you gotta go. Back to my drunken minesweeper.
Fucking... The quest marker is just lying then if that's the case, because it sent me back to the druids.
Weird. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well,
Yeah, that's why I
Angelo,
asked.
continue with your speech.
Wow, Nocturne has the advantage of familiarity. SMT5 is bound to be something of a novelty.
What?
Detailed on the gameplay are hard to come by at the moment, since the most current trailer for the game only got a release last July. Supposedly, it's going to be a blend of mechanics from Nocturne and SMT4. So players should look into those games to know what to expect. They could meet. Yeah, I remember Patrick started violently. I can't fucking talk. When Patrick Bateman just started violently vomiting, I remember that scene.
Yavin.
That could mean it'll turn out to be the redacted of the series, of the franchise, as redacted. Follow the similar path of improving upon
Witcher.
redacted 3
Been
and
busy.
4.
A training camp.
And lastly, trailers indicate another high school protagonist will be the center of the game's demonic event. So even though it's more mysterious than Nocturne, it sounds about as comfortable as Persona got
We both know the truth.
as the forbidden word
Yes,
to players.
I have
As the he
Vivaldi's
who shall not be
response.
named. Something
He
old,
sends
something
words,
new.
not gold.
Something,
I
something,
suspected
and
as
something
much.
blue.
So my effort was in vain.
quite the
Ultimately,
contrary, Witcher.
Whether
Vivaldi
fans
neither
play
will
both
not
of
or
these
cannot
games
help
or
us.
choose one to focus
Crucial
on
information
it
regardless.
is up to
You can say
them,
why they
as
refused.
is the order to play. As with Persona, the forbidden word, the word if I say that again, I'm going to stab myself.
Vivaldi's gone bankrupt.
Interesting.
The
The
Shin Megami
bank
Tensei games are
Vivaldi is
standalone
bankrupt.
experiences that
Thank you,
all
Geralt.
allow
I had
fans
no
to
idea.
pick up another story they like and take it for a spin. Whether fans want to experience the franchise's heritage or
Yes.
looks to Atlas' largest
work for me.
largest big idea, the
You
studio
proved apt
has
moving around the
plenty to
swamp.
offer. Of course, some
performed a
Redacted
favor
fans
for us.
might opt to focus on
There is
Redacted
something.
I'm
Strikers
I've
instead,
heard that nobody
since
over the
this
Flaming
officially is
Rose
getting a
went to the
global
swamp.
release next February. However,
Those
one
fanatics did
fan
chase
has
non-humans.
gone
They'll
through
come for us sooner or
one
later.
more adventure
What's
with
it to do
the
with me?
I'd like
Redacted
you to lead
team?
the unit to the Golem burial ground.
Redacted
and have
Thieves.
Karn await all the equipment. If matters turn
Well,
dire, I
still
expect
the
you to prevent the
void
unit
that
from dispersing.
Shin Megami Tensei is really ready to fill. It's hard to say whether
Here's
Redacted
an actual choice here, Travis.
will go.
Yeah.
Atlas has yet to announce Redacted
Toronto.
6, leaving
What's up,
the
Alex?
fate of
I would choose the first one personally, but
Yeah.
your
That's
choice.
what I was thinking.
oh god.
All right, I'll help.
I know.
But tell me who
I-
the Havkaran
I'm-
are.
I'm not. I'm gonna
I'm
cheat.
gratified.
I'm gonna cheat and say the word again because
Walkers,
like this
as
sentence
humans
really
call them,
upsets
supply
me.
weapons to our units.
Atlas has
There's
yet
no
to
more time.
announce
The
Persona
unit is
6,
ready.
leaving the fate of the
When
Phantom
your
Thieves
footsteps descend
uncertain.
to
They're
your
not
dwelling,
going to
relaxed,
stick with the Phantom
fight
Thieves.
bravely.
Why would they do
Are
that?
the
They have not done
matters
that yet.
serious?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say it has not been a continuous
Best
story
prepare.
from, well,
I heard
Persona
witches
2 and
earn
Persona
their
2,
fighting
but that's
prowess
the
from potions.
weird.
Yes.
From the same writers, it has not been a continuous story.
Yeah.
They're not sticking with the Phantom Thieves.
All right. Oh, I got lucky there.
It wouldn't be hard to believe that the game is far from release, considering all the redacted spin-offs content Atlas have produced on top of the two SMT games at once. Ultimately, that's another reason for fans to get into Shin Megami Tensei. These games will
This stream
tide
this is,
over
I think,
RPG
our first stream in
lovers
a while that's gone completely off the rails.
until the next redacted game is ready to go, whether that may be Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD remaster release worldwide in early 1 of PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch, or Shin Megami Tensei 5 released in early 2021 Nintendo Switch.
Is that the end of the article?
All right. Well, thank
I
you all for
assume so,
watching.
because I'm gonna end the recording.
We'll be out of this chapter, so there's bound to be more interesting things happening. If you enjoyed our stream, be sure to follow us here, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Tumblr, and join our Discord if you wish, or any combination of the five. We also have a compilation of our last year's content up on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and check that out. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.